In the era of international Counter-Strike, EF and Mongols flying the flag for their nation. Locked horns in 4 best-of-3s in the last 12 months. Mongols coming out on top in 3 out of the 4. Anubis, a strong map for EF short. 8 in a row.
8.
All played in 2025 with Jota as part of the team, but the Mongols, they've got 6 under their belt. Contact found over towards A for Woxic.
A lot of responsibility.
Take a look at the radar. Look where the bomb is. Blitz is nowhere near the pack, so leering forward for a fight are the Mongols. They want this basket control, and they'll get it, but they're going to pivot.
Slow, methodical pistol. They've really put a lot of thought into this. It's about how you start, Anubis. Get that juices flowing. 9-10 puts Jota on notice. A headshot at range. Woxic hasn't moved.
And Blitz now is.
Okay.
So they didn't find what they were looking for the opening. An aggressive maneuver potentially for EF has been negated for now. Blitz is joining the team. The util for the execute. 2 smokes, a molly, and a flash.
He's all alone here, Chad. Starts to recede off of his angle. The util will raise his suspicions. He's going to call the cavalry over Xantares, but behind the smoke, it's only Woxic, and he's already catched a bullet to the face, down to Techno. The sight is theirs. Flying the Mongolian flag, plant imminent, flank from Wicardia, quick. It's 9-10's responsibility. They're starting to close in from all the different avenues of approach, but Xantares takes a heavy lick, somehow gets one, but it's good for the Mongols. A flurry of frags from the Glock of Techno, and they have taken the A site. They have taken the pistol.
Imagine going to see if he can find anything on the way out the door, but that one will be confirmed. Nice round, allowing the moment to come to them, the Mongols. Fortune favoring both of these teams. Limited stage experience. They could have drawn a titan of the stage, but instead get to enjoy the moment together. Who's going to be able to hold on? Who's going to be able to handle the nerves? That's the question. And reflecting again on Anubis, last time these two teams faced on this very map was back in IEM Rio last year, and the Mongols destroyed them 13-2.
13-2.
Yeah, but look, this is home turf for EF in 2025. The Mongols are yet to play this map this year. So we don't know what their Anubis looks like, if there's been any changes, any additions. They had the false start to the year. Senzu might catch a shot of it. His hand injured.
Yeah,
coming into 2025.
Not ideal for one of the sharpest aimers of Mongolia.
No, and not when you miss Blast Bounty. So you have to come on in. Your first officials being played in Katowice. Well, this is going to be the force spy from Eternal Fire.
Yeah, and this is that first kind of, trip wire for the Mongols campaign. You lose this second round, this force spy from your opponent, that pistol was for nothing. Jota's going to get tested in middle. The Molotov doesn't quite spread, and so doesn't need to commit to the fight, but the fight may be coming to him.
Here, Blitz.
Will Blitz overlook this possibility? It's an MP9 versus the AK. You can't lose the AK, and he doesn't. Weathers the storm of the first engagement.
Oh, well, the reroute from Eternal Fire. Nothing came their way in towards A main. They're going to back off and look for a duel together. The pack. Woxic, Xantares, and Wicardia. And to be outmaneuvered. Blitz going to join the likes of Senzu and Mazinho over towards A. Techno, that late piece, traditionally the B extremity player, having to deal with an awful lot right now, but Eternal Fire are not aggressive across the map. Looks like they're gambling incorrectly again, as a wide open bomb site prevails for the Mongols.
Keeping it simple. Nice layering of flashbangs, Molotovs as well. Reduces the necessity for diligent flight paths into the site. And the round will be theirs. And for Jota, I'm just recapping how his quarterfinals started. You get to long-range Glock to the face in the pistol, and that ends that. This one, solo mid, and an AK wins the duel.
Yeah, well, that was a tough duel right there, and Blitz on his own could have given away an AK-47, so risky stuff from the in-game leader of the Mongols, but gets away with it, and all 5 looking to stay alive as the double dip for EF into the next. I think to note, during the Virtus Pro Series, which we covered off against EF, that train game, Jota was exploited towards the inner side. Now, he came from the academy of EF, but then was on Sangal. That's where he made a bit more of a name for himself in recent times, and then was put back onto the main squad, the Pride of Turkey, joining the likes of Xantares and Woxic. The name stays.
And we heard from Woxic talking about how he has got some big stage experience. There's no denying that.
Feels like a lifetime ago, 2019, doesn't it?
Yeah, for real. But for Jota, this definitely feels a little bit more unfamiliar.
Now, there's a shot right there. You can see Senzu's hand still taped up. Had something a little bit more heavy duty on when I first saw him during stage 2.
Yeah, the wrist seems to be healing nicely.
about 30%, according to Mazinho.
30.
And it's not from the horse's mouth, but we'll find ourselves with a bit of a technical timeout. 9-10, having a discussion with the referee. This one's sorted for you ASAP. In case you missed the video, we have Mirage coming up next, the home turf of the Mongols, a map that they like to pick more often than not. And then as the third in deciding, the hand got forced onto Nuke.
Yeah, I'd like to explore hand got forced. So when I spoke to you before, Anubis felt like a guarantee, right? You expected to see Mirage.
I thought Inferno might be the third in deciding map there, but Eternal Fire removed that, which then gave the option to the Mongols. So they want to ban Nuke, do they want to ban Dust 2? And EF have shown a little bit of weakness on Dust 2 in recent times. So they removed Dust 2 themselves, the Mongols, and that took us to Nuke as the third in decider, and that's where the barn burner with EF and FaZe went on for the series to get them into the arena.
And I mean, as someone from, the Oceanic region, when you were competing, you know how rare it is for a new region to break out and break through. The Aussies had a go. You certainly gave it a good shake of the stick, but for the Asian teams, when you were competing, that was like that was just the teams you'd see in the qualifier.
The Mongols started to get the better of us at some of the Asian minors.
Yeah.
Had to suffer Mara as the coach behind the likes of Machine Gun and Zilkenberg once upon a time. But I think the thing that's different with the Mongols compared to other Asian teams or teams from the region, the APAC region, is the leadership structure. Blitz, right, it's hard to know because we can't really converse with him within English, right? Yeah. Obviously, his is quite limited, and he still gives us what he can. But Mara as well, he's an enigma. He's a black box. We don't know what Mara brings. Techno telling me the other day that he really likes to focus on the skills, right, the individuals, and something with the Mongols is their aim. All of the players across the board are highly skilled individuals, and they shoot hard. But that also puts them in a position where they take risks. They go for a lot of individual plays. A lot of moves, they push smokes, they get in your face.
I can imagine that leads to some volatility. When you're not on, it's off.
And especially when you get yourself into an arena game, because making the decisions that you would within an online match, a group stage game where it's more comfort, you're not in front of the crowd, you're not sheepish. You're willing to make the moves, you're willing to swing. When you take all of this into account, all of these beautiful faces staring directly down at you, maybe, just maybe, you'll hesitate.
Yeah, maybe we will do a little temperature check for the fans, because it seemed quite like I heard a large cheer for Eternal Fire. I also heard a lot of love for the Mongols, so let's find out. Spodek, are you cheering for the Mongols? Yeah. Okay. And I see a lot of those dragons, and I see a Turkish flag in the crowd. What about Eternal Fire? Oh, they've got drums. They've got drums and flags. I'd call it 50-50, a crowd divided.
The drums might have them.
It's true.
Just keeping everyone up to date, maybe 1 to 2 minutes on this technical timeout, so enjoy the moment. Whether you're at home, whether you're here in the arena, we'll be getting things underway ASAP.
I always wonder if the players can enjoy this moment. So much in your head, so much focused on, you've talked about this game for the last couple of days. You've probably played it in your head as you're trying to catch some Z's. And then you find yourself there. Suddenly it just got like a flash. Like a flash, and you're wrapping up the mouse and keyboard.
I guess you could frame it either way. You can look at this and they're just having to sit there, they can't talk to one another, and then they look out, right? You're not focused on the game right now, you're focused on sorting out these issues. So it kind of brings the moment to you whether you wanted it or not.
Similar story on the other side of the stage when you talk about Mongols' rise to power, but for Eternal Fire, this has been a project that has taken shape over many years. Turkish Counter-Strike always on the periphery, always poking, prodding, and an upset here, a surprise result there. But it always felt like a conversation of never having the complete collection of pieces. One piece was always there, and that's Xantares on your screen right here.
He did go for a little short trip over towards Germany, didn't he?
He did.
And he came right back. He wants to do it for Turkey. That from Madja in an interview. Madja used to play in French Counter-Strike within the realms of 1.6. He's been doing this for an awfully long time.
Yeah, I mean, he even hung up the mouse and keyboard. I think we've had multiple...
He did go to Valorant for a little while.
He did.
He came straight back.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Xantares to big. Same, you dipped your toe in the water.
Well, the Roaring Bears are here.
They are.
Maybe they're the ones who are going to be cheering for Xantares today, but I think that it really shifted for Eternal Fire once Wakadia, the next generation. And then Jota as well. Those two young names both can deliver in the firepower department. It's no real knock at Calix. I think that Jota just has more initiative. Calix was definitely an impactful individual.
And he could shoot.
But I think that Jota brings a little bit more.
I've learned the legacy of Boba.
I have no idea. Is that a beaver?
It's a beaver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the beaver?
It's just a meme.
Oh, okay.
And there's various funny videos of Polish people chasing beavers saying Boba.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We've learned something new today. Well, at least I have.
Yeah. And when I found out, I was like, damn.
All right, we are back underway. Thank you for bearing with us, everybody.
Let's boogie. Quick recap. Pistol comfortable, late and slow into the A site with Woxic kind of abandoned. And a similar story in that second round as well. They went for the force bite. Now a second bite of the cherry. Will it be sweet or will it be sour for Eternal Fire?
I feel that this time round, because next round you're going to be going into a buy, you want to try something a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
Previous round, the Mongols came to them, or at least Jota.
This map lends itself to some CT proactivity.
You have to. As Jota has the flashes at the ready, Zantara is over towards jail.
It is a methodical start from the T side here, isn't it? Going through their motions.
You don't want to get into a brawl early if you can avoid it. And again, you mentioned the T side start. It's very important for the Mongols to be looking for about 7 or 8 rounds on this T half. Eternal Fire know that they can work with 4 or 5 as Molotov usage between middle as well as camera. Hoping to grab some of this control. The follow through is late, but it has been respected. Just this time trundling forward with the bomb. The aggressive play from Madja. He calls outside B clear. Those sound cues will be noted by Techno. Looking for an A split. This time the stack's in the right place. We might get a brawl.
Blitz at the front of the pack with Techno as well. This pincer movement into the A site. SMGs primed and ready. Can Eternal Fire disrupt this assault? Mazzinho doesn't think so. No, Woxic's not looking. Zantara's down. A swift double headshot from their captain, and Mongols make it 3.
Tidy stuff. Really important that they let Mazzinho play first, getting blocked over towards main. He pushes through the smoke. He draws all the attention. Then Blitz can activate. And Blitz is going to be a big conversation point throughout this series, especially with the head-to-head. He defaults middle. Zantara's holds middle. See the brain versus the aim. Question to be which one's on top of their game. Madja gets away with something. His position now identified, and they just have to sweep him under the rug. They want to hold on to these Galils and the AK in the hands of Senzu, so don't give anything over, whereas Madja wants to do some financial damage. Steps out and removed. 3-0. Pretty damn clean start from the Mongols. Some poised CS within the early stages, but Faber, the coach, knows this is where it begins.
And it might very well be, you know, this is that potential 4th round where you go without a kill. You know, you're trying to get into the swing of things for Eternal Fire individually. Wakadia, Jota, Woxic, yet to just see their name in the kill feed, at least with the kill.
We can talk about where they'll be taking these duels. Wakadia is going to be anchoring A, Jota's going to be playing over towards Dark. Madja will be the B extremity player. Xantara is mid, and Woxic, he'll float around here, there, and everywhere, but he likes to lean over towards A a lot with the AWP. And just another default spread. The Mongols are in no hurry whatsoever, but that's a nice nade down the gullet. Huge damage onto Senzu.
Always going to be that conversation when it's a obvious strength in your map pool is that there's a lot of tape.
Well, one of these two teams is going to be losing their streak. As mentioned, 8 in a row for Eternal Fire, 6 on the trot for the Mongols.
Okay, it ends here for one of them. A different flavor to this assault. You can see the lineups are being held, still with plenty of time for them to pivot, but the util starts to rain into that B site. A double molly take of the con position. Senzu slips in. Replaced by an incendiary of the CT side. Madja with the flash, but Senzu anti. No find yet. Pivot. Pressure B. Blitz goes walkabout.
And Zantara is out of position. He was drawn over towards B by the utility, so Blitz keeping on a bit of a rope, pulling him back and forth. And again, this is looking to be an A-split. Wakadia and Woxic, are you ready?
I'm not so sure. Can he block them? Yeah, that's going to be the plan. That's going to be the play. Incendiary down, can smoke on top of that. Woxic responsible for main. 30 seconds, they're coming. And Blitz has already opened up the side. He's so down blind. How's he done that? A white screen with for 3. Mongols shut down, shut out by Wakadia.
Senzu and 9-10 just need to get on out.
How has he done that?
That shot was wicked. Senzu grabs another, sure, but with only 8 seconds left on the clock, they're just looking for damage. 9-10, are you going to hold on to this orb? Oh, no, okay, well, they're still taking fights. 3-2-1, Madja, you got to stay alive.
Oh, just that kind of sour there's a bittersweet moment there.
That's a win and a loss at the same time for EF. You should have kept so many more bodies alive. right then you only have one player carrying through a rifle. You lose the Woxic AWP.
Ooh.
Investments are going to be tough. Magic can only drop one. That's frustrating. That was a great little sequence there from Wakadia, but the fact you give away so much after the fact, Mongols will be happy with that.
And Faber immediately.
Well, you can reset them, right? You win this round right now as the Mongols. The loss bonus is going to trickle down back one. It's only 2,400 into the next. Ooh, that's a tough start for Eternal Fire, unless they can go consecutive rounds off the back of it. They are making this one work, so Famus in the hands of Woxic. Buff, that'll be nice. Joda into the MP9. Magic drops across one rifle. Wakadia is able to buy his own thanks to this heroic three-piece. Last bullet, bang!
God tier.
Round one.
And then you lose the rifles and it does sour the mood a little bit. Woxic still on the goose egg.
Especially with how important it is on the CT side to have utility to block and try and force them elsewhere to delay the time. So an individual moment happens, sure, but can the Mongols bounce back immediately? Missed the nade. Couple of speed wobbles early.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be very happy with that. He was in prime position to catch that. Early deploy of the block smoke from Maja.
And Zentara's starting B, not over towards middle. It's a massive void right now for EF. They're taking a bit of a gamble. They might push out B main.
Baskets being vied for. Block smoke forced out by the A anchor. He has got that flash, Chad. It's just going to be a question of timing. Techno's very safe from this, doesn't get blinded, confirms that there's aggressions. You jump up on that box. Okay, Zentara's brave enough to at least get the info. Spots out Techno. Headshot is a hard one to hit on a moving target, but he's having a good go. Senzu progressing Con at the same time as this. Jota, good restraint, doesn't give him what he's looking for.
Still 50 seconds for the Mongols to work with. So a bit of friction. They tried to cut them off on the way back, but a nice block smoke will buy them the passage. A reset for the Mongols, but into what is looking like a B finish. 9-10 to rotate around the world, joining the likes of Techno and Blitz. Senzu in through connector, and Mazinho will be late. 30 seconds now.
A lot of pressure on these two. Zentaris may very well have his first opportunity to save Eternal Fire because Jota's under so much scrutiny, and just like that, it's only Maja left with a voice in the round. I say that, Wakadia actually arrived just in time. Could be the double, can't control it. Senzu an important shutdown of the defender. Rotation from Woxic versus the Orb, but 9-10 does not miss. Does not buckle. Success into the B site. Mongols, they just feel like they've got all the time in the world to piece these rounds together.
It's tough for Joda there as well, 0-5. You're going to keep an eye on him, right? The newest man in the Eternal Fire jersey, the least experienced member of the team, and it is going to be tough, especially CT side Anubis is a very brutal start. Maja looking to save if he can, has been able to thread the needle. Senzu's the one trying to sniff him out for now. But it could be back-to-back rounds where the, oh no, bottom spotted, now he just has to get dealt with. Trying to run, trying to hide, drops on down and removed. Clean sweep. Touched on that loss bonus before. The injection into the bank balance, the high end is 2.8k. It's just going to have to be a partial investment from Eternal Fire, some upgrades into the pistols, Deagles, 5.7s and the like. Next round will be the next round where they can get out of buy.
Yeah, those last couple of kills on the only EF round. The 9-10 find onto the Woxic orbit immediately haunts them.
It's calm and casual for the Mongols so far. They're not doing any fast plays. They're just default spreading. And I say that, here you go, here's some aggression.
Oh, God! 9-10 throws caution to the wind and throws his AWP into the early fight. Wakadia humbled. Rotation through, and Zentares reminds us who he is. A Deagle headshot punishes a walk into the angle. Molly's going to get a bit awkward here for Woxic. What's he supposed to do? A P2K. Deagle from Zentares has to do a whole lot more if he wants a chance at this round, and 9-10 makes sure it's not happening here. A comfortable conversion of their fifth.
Joda and Maja, just for Joda's sake, play an off angle, try and get a cheeky kill.
Yeah.
Once you know that you've got one in the column, timing might go against him, so trying to hunt something down. See if he gets an opportunity to get the jump on Techno. Oh, this possibility. Right now, the fact that we're talking about exit kills is the highlight for Eternal Fire. Things are starting in a pretty rough situation.
Just as you're saying, it's like slow, calm, default-centric.
Hiding guns. You ain't getting anything.
Unless... Oh, there's bodyguarded now by Blitz. Sure, you get that headshot. You got what you requested, Chad, from Jota. Gets himself on the board. But I'm not sure he's getting his hands on that AK. Magic could catch Blitz here, but covered by Mazinho. They'll sweep him up. Avoid AK-47, one-shot headshot falling into enemy hands.
Now for Eternal Fire, it feels like you're dictated to. You've gambled correctly once, otherwise you're getting picked apart. The default spread, it's working wonders for the Mongols. Do you now try something aggressive? Do you do an all-in? Do you get the T-stairs smoke? Do you push through middle? Do you push through dark? Push out A main? Do you try and take some fights? We've seen them go aggressive B main, sure, but that was a pretty standard response to teams taking mid control. But we are back underway, and it does just look like a default opening. This time round, Woxic's AWP will head over towards B within the early stages.
Oh, they're trying to do a little pacey thing here. Flash main. Punishing Wakadi, or at least forcing him to smoke and block.
That's nice. A minute 30 on the clock. The fact that you're already applying that pressure, you just need to continue to siphon through this util. Oh, interesting boost being set up from Eternal Fire, but I don't know how long you can hold this. There's still so much time within the round, and no clear indication where the Mongols want to finish. That's wild to me. The amount of times we've seen Blitz live forward first in mid as the in-game leader space taker with the bomb.
With the bomb.
It's kind of crazy, but it's working. He's dropped it back this time.
Not this time. 9-10 tasked with the explosive device. 58 on the clock. Still no clear finish.
Toying with the rotations.
Hang on, maybe up the canals is the finish. Magia, what can you do? They're coming for you now. The incendiary may be perfectly timed, but it forces them forward into the fight. Main is a threat. There is an arrival from Techno as well. Jota just the one. They're in. Only Woxic, and Blitz puts him down. It's too damn easy for the Mongols. This T side is flowing.
Starting to wonder if that scoreline from IEM Rio is going to be too hard for the Mongols to get once more. Oof. Yeah, just reflecting on
How
that.
bad was it?
It was a while ago. It was a 13-2 scoreline in favor of the Mongols on Anubis, but it was an 11-round CT side.
Oh, so they might just do it on the T side.
It could just happen real damn quick.
I mean, you know, this is where Eternal Fire will be reminding themselves that it is the CT side.
But this moment, if I'm Madra, I feel like I'm in a bit of a box. When they come our way, we're not winning the initial exchange, which means then someone has to get a multi-kill, and they're not even doing that. So now I feel that we need to go aggressive. Lost bonus is built, sure. We can only partially invest once more, but it does feel now at the moment things are desperate. You need to start going for those, you know, mid-leers where you push forward and try and take the fight on a bit of a timing. But the Mongols are just starting in, well, pretty default spread, so you should be ready and set up for that. So Eternal Fire, they're being swallowed at the moment. Flame snuffed. They can still ignite it. There's plenty more time. Remember, they only need 4 to 5 rounds.
Yeah, Zantara's with this saved M4, maybe a difference maker. It could be an opportunity for him to give that elusive second round to Eternal Fire.
I've never really given him a heads-up duel either, right? The double mollies in mid, the pressure on the other sides, he's always having to rotate to one of the two.
This is a boost for Zantara's to be set up for success. Slips off. Mantles up on Jota. Oh, he hits the first headshot. Can't finish his meal. Nade does do significant damage. Zantara's and Jota, worse for wear. Magic gifted that rifle.
Oh, that could have been the first opening kill for Eternal Fire. Still yet to get one on the board on this CT side, and that is really the difference maker at the moment.
Pressure applied all over the map simultaneously. There's mid utility, there's con players. He just had a shot fired off Jota, communicating that. But they're everywhere.
7 rounds deep, and you're still yet to get an opening frag. Gambling A this time round.
A util blocks smoke. Feels like a fake. Confirmation of 2 bodies there. A second layer of flashbangs. And Zantara is proactive with that low HP, takes a risk and picks off Mazinho. They're running light on time, Chad. Mongols running very light on time. Jota caught on the rotation though. 9-10 trying to pivot with the bomb. You haven't got the time. 13 seconds. Zentaris gets hungry, starts haunted now by his overextension. They might actually still plant, they might actually still win this round if 9-10 gets the bomb down, denied! Magicus has to live, and Eternal Fire convert their second down to the wire, down to a 1 versus 1. How does it get that close?
Oh, the buzzer beaters for Eternal Fire. That's the only way they've thrown these rounds on the board.
15 seconds, Chad. 9-10 has the bomb outside main. Looks like he's running away.
They might have been conceding yet again like we saw them do earlier on in the piece. Sure, they've got residual cash to work with. But you're thinking in this moment, maybe it's better just to hold on to our guns. Didn't pull the rotation as we had hoped. Sure, just after, removed everything again. It was a partial buy. Techno with some frustrations. Mara with a facepalm and a tactical timeout now from the Mongolians. Shouldn't be too frustrated with that one. It's become pretty damn good. Can get out another buy. There's still residual cash on the likes of Blitz and 9-10 going forward. Senzu should be able to justify another one as well.
Well, coming into round 9, 9-10 has 10. Solid start for the Mongolian sniper.
Boxy will have to fight. Oh, spotted.
Yeah, and he's still not shy. Known to be quite a feast or famine style AWP. When he's on, it's very hard to get him off. Yet to see his name with an opener, with a frag, no less. Stark contrast to his rival on the other side of the server. Blitz again with mid-control.
Bit quick, a bit more direct this time.
There's an opportunity for Woxic's first here. Not blind. What? 9-10's just quicker. Nails the shot with Cardia, humbled, and again, Mongols successful. This is their 7th already.
Well, let's see if we start the minigame. Does Blitz call his boys off? Does he send them out for the hunt? Does he send them to try and strip this away from Eternal Fire? Senzu's already heading over towards spawn.
Ooh, okay, Zentaris has been spotted out, loses his 4th death there, Blitz, and Senzu as well. Zentaris is managing to prevail, at least in the save.
That'll be it for the Mongols. Likely just to hold their haunches at the moment. Don't want to send too many boys to their death, as Eternal Fire will retain these 3. With the loss bonus, they can drop out 2 more M4s. Actually, you know what? Zentaris will have enough to facilitate a Woxic AWP. Means that he will be lighter on util, but can get the AWP for Woxic to work with. We'll see if that's the decision that comes forward. Is the scoreline now 7-2, a 5-round game? And it is. Zentaris invests, he donates, and that was the shot that opened up the site. They continue to exploit these mid to A splits, and Woxic, a tough day at the office so far. I said Wakadia joining the roster, it was the real shift for Turkish Counter-Strike. Well, maybe the conversation should have been Zentaris and Woxic joining forces. Something that once upon a time felt like it was never going to happen. The two of them in the server side by side. With Majura at the helm, now some young guns. But Woxic, he's been a very impactful piece in the last run from EF. At the moment, silent.
Yeah, and understandable that you're calling a second tactical timeout so early into this match.
Still par for the course available. It's not over yet. Faber knowing that. They can battle through the mud that is the CT side of Anubis, currently copping a lot of flack. Zentaris might have to fight in mid. Right, if they do the standard double mollies mid, oh, hold up a second. This is quite aggressive.
Yeah, but this is where Woxic is posted, so a golden opportunity for him. Wakadia throws his typical util, block smoke main. Could boost him over this, or will play in front of it, actually, in combination with the incendiary. Wakadia doesn't take too much damage from the HE.
All 5 of them are here.
Coming for him. The flash is perfect, turns it. Dips away, he's been spotted on the edge of the smoke, punished. Techno, huge frags, now Woxic under scrutiny, has to extinguish, trying to find an angle he can operate with. Has something, and delivers something onto Mazinho. Lives on 1 HP, it's all he has to work with, but still connects. As Eternal Fire fighting tooth and nail, Woxic takes 3. His first contribution, and it's a multi-kill. Could translate into their third. Centaurus can't finish it off. How is 910 allowed to get away with that? There's Jota, and Jota can close, but so can Techno. Brings it down to the 1v1. No info on Madja. Fake plant signifies an absence of intel. A battle of wits between Techno 4K and the seasoned veteran of Madja. On one of the biggest stages.
Time's the problem for Techno.
He's overthought it. Can he get to B?
Time if he hits the W key shortly.
17.
Madja's going to see the site clear. He might be able to cut him off with the pass. Techno has to run now.
Does Madja knife out? Still no intel. Starting to move. He's starting to move. 8. It's a 4-second plant. Needs to read 4.
Gotta punch it in. Gotta punch it in.
Madja's running out. Here's the sound cue. TheMongolz to fake in 5 seconds.
Another round down to the wire, slipping through TheMongolz fingers. I cannot believe he hasn't just punched that one in.
The balls on this guy. What's he done that for?
You
he
think
heard
he's
him
just
coming.
Go for the stick, don't you? No, they have the buffer of rounds to work with, sure, but that's a very winnable 1-on-2 for Techno.
Oh, it was right there.
And just as we were discussing, Woxic, he does step up, helps secure it, doesn't want to stick it, knows he's in the open, time's against him, Madja's close.
Oh my.
So damn close. Look at their buy again. EF are still in the bin with the finances. 3 MP9s, a Famis, 1 M4.
Every time they've won a round, it feels like it's kind of soured by the economy. Chances to replicate, not easy.
Win this, you can break Mongol's finances, and you can be the ones walking away with 5 to your name.
Jota versus Techno, though. Good flash, brilliant flash. They set him up for success. He hits the headshot, and the nade doesn't finish it either. Look at this. Okay, now he's a dead man. They throw the kitchen sink at Techno. First frag, nice opening with no rebuttal.
Second opening so far.
They have to convert it. Woxic's triple. Techno's audacity has put a third on the board, and a chance, as you highlighted, to give an open runway for a 7-5 half if they don't start losing bodies. Jota down on that exchange. Rotation cut off here by the 910 orb hole. This could be a nasty death for Woxic. Gets the info, backs away.
Centaurus wants this fight, they need some space. Wukadia just pushed A, they know it's B.
Penny drop, 25 seconds, still waiting for that pick, waiting for that overextension. There's no utility here, it's just gonna have to be the bullets of Eternal Fire. 910 proactive, Wukadia tucks in, the frags come, a flurry from Eternal Fire. And now 910, objective changes, trying to preserve the orb. It goes down to the SMG of Woxic. 7-5 becoming more than possible now. It looks likely that Eternal Fire have recovered this half.
It's so crazy. For the rounds that they have to their name in this half so far, 2 of them they had nobody survive.
Of course.
It's so nuts. That's the, well, 4th round with 3 players staying alive. Weapons preserved, an AK for Centaurus, an orb for Woxic, and a broken Mongol side of the survey. It'll be down to Tech9, some upgrades, going to be light on, and this is the time you'd like to see a bit of a set piece. Something out of the back pocket, a bit more pacey, catch them off guard, and see if you can go into that halftime break with momentum up your sleeve. Both teams burning 2 tactical timeouts within the first half of play.
Trying to settle into this quarterfinal.
Well, you walk into the halftime break with 5 rounds to your name, the Mongols only 7. You're going to be happy with that if you're the Turkish side. This has been salvaged, this has been recovered.
It'd feel a whole lot better if it read 7-5 though, and still a threatening Mongolian purchase. Rifle on 910. Galils for Senzu and Blitz.
This time the problem's going to be the Molotovs. They've been double mulling mid a lot to be able to force Centaurus back. He's going to oblige and give them the space regardless. Blitz will spam through with the Galil. Sector clear, 910 and Techno brave the smoke. An A split again. This has been working for them.
Centaurus on the prowl. Blitz. Oh, wins the Angel. That was against Centaurus with the weapon advantage for the Turk. Wukadia though. Wukadia, he can't handle 910. The disrespect just waltzing into that A site, claiming claiming it for their own, and now a very difficult retake. Near impossible for these three. Full belts of util, sure. But Blitz, oh, he wins his duel as well. A second from their captain. Unfazed by the stakes of this match, Blitz has come in and played his game. 13 frag total for him. Madger and Woxic locked out. Flashes, smokes, and 5 members of the Mongols still await. This bomb is gonna blow. 8 for the Mongols on the half. A statement of intent for this quarterfinal. On one side of the stage, Mongols 8 to boast after their attack on Anubis, a map we knew we were going to see between these two, both teams with streaks on this very map, and frustrations palpable for both, but with an 8-4 half, I think both sides feel it's workable into our second half of play.
The 4 rounds that Eternal Fire picked up, sure, they were just converted, but it doesn't matter how you get them, you just need to get them. Can they extend that streak from 8 to 9? Let's see Madger and the T-side prowess. Blitz outmaneuvering. A lot of his calls in that first half of play, even 4 opening kills. Something that the CT side, the Turkish side, lacked.
Yeah, an actual chess master. Moved his pawns very effectively in his quarterfinals first half. Lots of util invested.
Full B fake, hoping for an A main push. Not going to get what they were looking for.
And this is a position where the dual Berettas can do an awful lot of work. 30 bullets.
They have to go in dry. So there would need to be a jump around the corner unless they want to completely reset. Wicardia's still with a smoke.
Oh, they heard that. Mazinho goes investigating, gets nothing for his troubles. An important pick off from Woxic's Glock. Techno takes a gooch. Another body drops at the hands of Woxic. They are into the A site. Flawless to start off their T-side campaign.
Man just called his goosed one and knew that Senzu was over towards Dark. So two players still noted they can set up for this post-plant. Blitz having a look.
First to be tested on this setup is Jota and Wicardia. Blitz makes himself known, fires off a couple of pot shots. 9 left in the magazine, and he finds the head of Wicardia. A 2 versus 5 is asking too much, and Jota makes it clear. 2 clean taps to ensure that this pistol goes their way.
Senzu will try as he might, but goes down to the hands of Zintaras. I think that multi-kill right there is extremely important for the confidence of Jota going into this second half. So Woxic came alive, he had a triple kill. Wicardia had that showstopper over towards the A site as well early on within the first half of play. Madja being the last man in a few of the clutch situations, also winning out that 1v1 to time against Techno. But for Jota, I've seen a couple of swings from him that have felt desperate, and of course, he's going to be looking out of the water. This is the biggest stage he's ever played on. He's still very, very new to this level of Counter-Strike in this condition. And looking for the fire, finding it. We're talking about Madja. This is an individual who has been playing Counter-Strike at the highest level for an extremely long time.
Yeah, for Madja, the fire being passion has burned an awfully long time.
Take a bit of a breath into a round like this. We can see the full eco, just the start of pistols for the Mongols. But both teams on their T halves really taking their time. Understanding the push-pull, not wanting to fall into any stacks, and that's a whole lot of information. Madja farms up 2.
He'll take that. It's only the Mag-10 falling into enemy hands. Wicardia, a long-range dispatch of 9-10. The SMG's farming up nicely. Full eco from Mongols, quickly dealt with. Just the 1 casualty, but he paid for his Mag-10. Important double from Madja. Get into the guns.
Desk highlighted a lot of the harass utility that Eternal Firelight to use over towards B to guarantee control. Dark Molly, Pillar Molly. There's a lot of other details. We'll see what the opening appears to be. 3-man B start for the Mongols. Zinho solo A, so under a lot of pressure, the 17-year-old.
I'm intrigued how they handle that deep con smoke thrown out. They'll actually just throw one of their own. Ooh, spam not far off. Techno trying to return fire, but Woxic's definitely got the edge in that exchange. Not a single point of damage done to this attacking force just yet. Now pivoting towards, perhaps investigating into this one-man hold.
Go.
It's Wicardia tested, blinded off. There's a layering to this, and he still has a fight. He wins it. Important. But Jota falling as well to Senzu. He can leave with both of them here. He can secure an advantage for his team, spamming away, expecting Wicardia to have eloped. And underneath and over the top, Senzu finds it.
And no reaction on the other side of the map. They're actually coming back to help. So no space has been taken from EF. They need to get this one together quite quickly.
Start trundling towards that A-bomb site. Mazinho in a perfect position to catch this info. Actually swinging in, confirms it. And it's Blitz that takes the first contact, removes Madja from the pack. It's Zintaras and Woxic though. And together with their powers combined, oh, he can't finish. A chance onto Mazinho, a chance to get that bomb down and clutch it up, but it's not to be. Mongols with their first round on CT.
Really well handled there from Senzu, understanding what he had. Knew that Wicardia was done like a dog's dinner after the dink, just had to hunt him down.
And didn't get flustered by the necessity for a reload.
He'd also dealt with the support. So at that point, hey, I've already dealt with one of the individuals helping him hold this space. How many more can there really be? As Zintaras' frustrations are starting to show. Don't know if I can buy back in. It's not great though. Only 1 AK, 2 Galils, a couple of Mac-10s in the mix. Some a change in the setup. 9-10 supporting Blitz in middle, who is the one floating back over towards B. Senzu and Techno calling for aid after the deep dark smoke. Really putting a lot of pressure on Mazinho. Go back about a year. He could look flustered on some of the more important matches. Sure, for someone his age, you can understand why. And then you look at Donk. But he's definitely starting to find his comfort zone. Important piece of the Mongols roster. Oh, missed smoke there.
Oh, that's an invitation, is it not?
Looks like an open runway to the pillar.
How tempting that must be to Xantares as he sees this smoke. He knows it's not intentional. And so he starts to investigate. Senzu caught off. What? The aim on this kid. He's got another as well. Senzu has stepped up. The B site is being taken. Forced to respect the Flames' blitz.
Bomb planted, 40 seconds on the clock. 9-10 has a kit.
In the absence of Xantares, eyes on Jota, Wakadia and Woxic. Double con setup. Jota on main. Smokes will not last forever. Kit is present for the Mongols. They are going to give this a good shake. Into the site now. Mazinho leading the way. Jota spotting the cross to Wakadia. Wakadia draws them in. Wakadia gets the headshots, but the Mongols prevail. Double digits, quick into the second half.
Broken hand, no worry. Senzu just breaking some faces out here. Massive round from him. Gets himself up to 9 kills. It's been Blitz leading by example. 17 frags for the in-game leader, 16 for 9-10. And that has just forced the third tactical timeout for Eternal Fire. The bomb goes down, but the cash isn't great. A 4-round difference as the score reads 10-6.
He was caught off guard by Xantares there, and he still hits that bullet faster.
Second one's beautiful. You can see, imagine they're trying to swing desperately. Blitz and Senzu in combination. Make sure that B bomb site does not get out of control.
And it's so easy to understand why the fans are, well, fans of the Mongols. Just the way in which they can hit hard. It's entertaining to see someone play at this level. It's no secret these guys, they can hang with the big boys. Now looking to demonstrate it in the Spodek. Eternal Fire's run on Anubis is under threat, Chad. 3 rounds away from Mongols slapping them down on their map pick.
Mirage up next, as this is the timeout taken from EF. Likely Faber talking about the next round as well, but a hero AK for Xantares. He's been present, but right now he needs to stand up.
Yeah, this is when the superstars reinforce that superstar status. You get given the rifle and you deliver the headshot. Can he get any more? Jota toying with it. Knows 9-10 is capable. Peeks in, what? A quick flick from 9-10's AWP. And Blitz overlooking Woxic. A forward position adopted, but he is being hunted from the top rope. Mazinho should have him. Woxic not ready. Good find back. Claws us into a 2v2. 9-10 worse for wear.
Insane lurk.
Madja. Okay, he's going to cook up trouble if Xantares requires him. 9-10's out of there. That's going to be an Eternal Fire round. Entering into the site, Xantares, they give him the AK and they demand a frag.
That's exactly what they needed. This map's not done yet. It's a great way for them to vibe back in. A light buy round. 2 big important kills and a saved AWP. The Mongols haven't been able to establish finances on the CT side just yet. So for them, off the back of 2 straight CT rounds, loss bonus is only going to be 1,400. Likely to see the force spy. 9-10 can drop across the rifle. Mazinho and Techno can operate with MP9s or lighter. 5.7s can pack a punch, but we have to see what their choices are. And Mara, bang, he hits the big red button too. We've had all of the timeouts expended for regulation. Coaches will now have to take their hands off the wheel. Sit back and watch as the mayhem unfolds down the stretch of Anubis. Mara first here in 2016 with the Mongols. Organization changed hands for a while there, but they're back, and back in the biggest way ever. An aforementioned force by starting to take shape.
Yeah, ending their last year very strong, starting this season as they mean to go on.
They made history in Shanghai. First Asian team to ever make it to a major playoffs. We're going to get the sticklers out there talking about the Aussies, but no, we'll give it to Asian Counter-Strike. Don't you worry about that. A couple of 5.7s, Deagle, M4 for Senzu.
And this is where one must avoid tripping over your shoelaces.
This one's essentially worth 2 rounds.
Distinct advantage to Eternal Fire, but room for a disruptive CT aggress that you're not prepared for. You can see they've got a setup in mid, a little trap, they're ready to spring.
And look at the restraint on the CT utility. We talk about this being the block map, right? You're going to block over towards Dark, you're going to block over towards A main. Well, right now they haven't had to throw anything out. They still have 4 smokes to their name. This is huge. We're at a minute and 10. Feeling pretty happy about this if you're the Mongols.
Eternal Fire have not forced it out of them yet.
Well, they will now.
Techno quick to oblige. Ooh, Maja braves it. Disrespects the utility, maintains vision.
Rotation on the way, blitz the long way round.
Techno's 5-7, going to be a good range to try something here. Maja posts up, Zentares, excuse me. That's going to try and be the spearhead of this entrance in. This is a shot he takes every day. He tames the spray.
That's a team molly, that miss.
That's awkward, that's very, very awkward. Look at the HP, Zentares bleeding out. 7 points of health and Jota's gone. Senzu again prevails in the defense of B. 30 seconds, T-side advancing, and Maja, he steps up, Mazinho does better, double 5-7, it's only Woxic. This round worth 2, Chad said, maybe Woxic can clutch up, but Mazinho refuses. The young gun steps up on the big stage.
Senzu again, he's the stopping power over towards B. That M4 thrown across by 9-10, and he makes it work. And that fumble, right? Both teams have missed some util. That's a team-based Molotov that's missed. It's meant to land platform. Bounces off the wall in front of your Dark players, causing some chaos. Eternal Fire, they just won a light buy round with a hero AK on Zentares. They're looking to do it again.
It's very light. Eyes on Zentares once more. He delivered once, can he do it again?
Well, the hero of the last about to be tested at the start.
HE primed and ready. Opts for the incendiary. Respected, no sound cue given.
Just a matter of time.
9-10 picks off Zentares, just like that. The
That's a big
AK's
nade.
down. Significant damage as well. Reverberates Jota and Wicardia, operating with a limp.
I don't think they can finish A. They're going to have to try and change their plans here, Eternal Fire. Still, who do you turn to with Zentares dead? Woxic has the AK.
And Blitz has the read. He's going to gamble to aid Mazinho.
A strong support network. 9-10 is here as well from camera.
Woxic with that recovered rifle. Block smoke that might incite the push. They're edging forward. Mazinho can swing off of this. Blitz. Oh, a double from him. From the heavens. And it must feel heavenly. 12-7 on your opponent's map pick. Eternal Fire are on the ropes already. Forced to invest.
Haven't been harping on this one round in, round out, but we have established the fact that in 2025, since the addition of Jota, this has been the home map for Eternal Fire. The Turks have won 8 consecutive Anubises in the early stages of a new year. They've taken down teams like G2, Vitality, Spirit on this very map, and the Mongols are the ones to look to do that undoing.
Maja, my God, he pushes. Extinguished pressure onto the B bomb site. It could be over just like this. Anubis, the curtains are being drawn closed, and Jota, he does put a little bit of something on it, but this Mongols map, as easy as that. The run from Eternal Fire, Anubis, their safety net, is ripped to shreds by the Mongolians.
Shows EF can bounce back on their opponent's map pick. You go back to Rio, we talked about the 13-2 in favor of the Mongols on Anubis. Well, EF pushed that the distance by snatching this very map away.
The Des discussed T-side starts. Well, Mongols, it looked fantastic on Anubis. Will their T-side have just as much complexity here?
The Des also touching on Jota.
Yeah.
This newer individual to be tested anchoring A, and he's got a whole lot of bodies coming his way.
I have a little angle to work with around that blocked smoke. He does. He can stay on his pedestal over the stairs, trying to chip away at the advance. Out of Palace, Techno has got boots on the ground though. Crossing in, tip of the head spotted, bomb already being planted, and there is a flank. There was
no!
Oh, Wicardia! 12 bullets and he can't hit it. That was a golden opportunity to cut down 9-10 clean. Instead, the bomb site's lost. And Maja, he's not giving up without a fight. Smoke and Kit, Smoke and Kit. If he gets another headshot, they are cooking. But Senzu, he's taken down with cardio. It has to all be Maja. Is there anything left from him here? The veteran with just enough bullets to make it a reality. But then look at the time. He needs a kill. Smoke towards the bomb site, still hiding out on triple. They're closing the gap. Senzu just about pulls it off. Saves the Mongols. Pressure till the very end of that pistol.
Well, we saw the car crash that was Wakadia. But Techno, in the meantime, in the chaos, leapt forward 2 big Glock kills. We'll catch that in the replay. Techno pushes the smoke, grabs the first, and jumping into the second is Zentaras. Imagine having to go for the ace in that situation.
Part of me, as I saw that jumping T, I thought if he hits that headshot, gets on the bomb, there's a world. We just don't live in it.
Well, Maja's been able to find his impact throughout, even though map number 1 falling by the wayside. He's going to need to step up and lead by example, because that's exactly what Blitz did on Anubis. Very strong showing from the Mongolian in-game leader, and we don't get a mirror matchup in terms of the positions. Both of these in-game leaders servicing different roles. You get Maja as the B anchor, so he's going to be doing a lot of jump spotting towards Van that everybody, I'm sure, is extremely familiar with. You get the likes of Jota anchoring over towards A. Wakadia will be the short player. Zentaras connector, Woxic window floating around with the AWP. When the Mongols flip over, they will have Techno anchoring the B site. Mazinho having to deal with any pressure that comes his way over towards A, just like he did on Anubis. He stepped up. Blitz will be the connector player. Senzu short, and 9-10 here, there, and everywhere. Light little pause as we get the technical timeout sorted. You can see Jota with the headset off, so want to make sure he's situated and comfortable.
I mean, audio, it's one of those biggest differentiating factors from, you know, a studio or a home to the stage.
Thousands of people watching you play, making noise.
Yeah, that whole thing.
And also, even just moving from standard events that you'd be playing online to an event where you're always wearing the in-ears, you've got the headsets over the top with the noise cancelling, you need to make sure TeamSpeak's on point. And anything that doesn't feel right, you're already in the deep end. You don't know what's below you. You're kicking as hard as you can. And you're hoping nothing comes up and bites you. And right now, Eternal Fire are bleeding.
I mean, that pistol would have been a real nice way to shake it off. Remind yourselves, like, okay, second map, shake it off.
I think likely during the break between the maps, the conversation will have been from the coach, from Maja. Hey boys, we're not playing like our usual selves. We're not getting the Zentaras confidently looking for fights.
He did
Woxic, you're not popping off with the AWP.
He did just get jumping blocked.
I know, but this is the type of fights they were looking for. They were dictated to in that first half of play on Anubis. They were outmaneuvered. They weren't getting stuck in.
You're right.
And what that could really have effects upon is Eternal Fire overextending now, being too aggressive. You know, you're trying to turn it into a brawl, but if you overstep the mark, you're going to get bit, because the Mongols showed some great default work on Anubis. Looks like we have a technical as everybody from the Mongols is running back towards spawn. So this one's just called not live. So still with some issues. But that can happen, right? You have a match of Counter-Strike, it's your map choice. It's like, okay, boys, it's fine. We're in an arena and things didn't go our way, but this is our last chance right now. We're a little bit shook. And the way that people tend to remedy that is by, like I said, getting more aggressive, thinking, oh, we weren't taking enough fights. And that can come back to haunt you.
Absolutely, and, you know, respect to Jota as well for not having the confidence to voice concerns. Hey, this doesn't quite feel right. You know, I can imagine you could get swept up by the moment. You don't want to be that guy. You're hearing a little rattling in your headphones, whatever it may be. But he's called this timeout, and it does, of course, put Mongols under scrutiny as well. You've got to just
also his teammates as well.
Yes.
Because still, it's not comfortable for everybody, and conversation being had with multiple Eternal Fire players. It's interesting to see you take a look inside the arena. You see the photos taken on Media Day of Senzu. He's still got the cast on, just taped today.
Yeah.
But has had no problems hitting those heads, you can see right there.
It's a rarity in Counter-Strike that injury is a part of our conversation, but there is times.
And to think the way it happened, you know, he's walking on ice in Mongolia, slipped over, broke his hand.
Great.
Apparently it was minus 30 degrees.
Standard.
Kind of cold.
Yeah, chilly, for sure.
Well, they're just plugging the headset into the sound card, seeing if we can resolve any of the issues.
Yeah, it's going to be soon. Counter-Strike players will be getting their wrists and arms insured, like Beyonce.
Sure, maybe Nico does.
Probably at this point.
Like Beyonce. Apparently you made a beaver pun before and I missed it.
It's okay. It was very subtle. Like, you have to be looking for the bober to find it.
I'll say that production was talking to me, and that's why.
That's right, yeah.
Or it went straight over my head.
Attendance fantastic for a Friday. Katowice, are you having a good time?
Do we give recommendations of our favorite spots? You know, send them out to ramen joints.
It's already packed.
A couple of cafes around the corner.
Couple of cafes. Good way to be spending your Friday. A menu of fantastic Counter-Strike. Later today, get to see defending champs Spirit.
And Donk back in the server, going up against Virtus Pro. Chinese fans. We're just down in Shanghai to finish off 2024.
Special event. From first major in Asia, and an Asian team making it to the playoffs of it, but are now having Mongols being the first from the Asian region in a Katowice playoff. I mean, the history books are just getting new chapters written regularly as this conversation of, you know, regions and international teams. Now we're seeing the rise of the national teams. In fact, 2 clashing in a quarterfinal.
It'd be great if they could get a victory on a stage and step forward, because this one is a bit of a free crack for both of these teams. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Gold, gold, gold. It's like that meme, just keep digging. But now this would be massive for the Mongols to take a step into a semi-final. They'd have an opportunity to take on Vitality. Last time they played them was back in Rio as well. Zyber went plus 40, I think, in that series. But hold up a second. I've just reminded myself. It's a bit of a Katowice curse as far as Apex and Vitality are concerned. So if there's ever a place, if there's ever a chance, that could be the time. I could see the freeze time starting to tick on down. Looks like the issues have been sorted. Back to your starting marks as we get round number 2 underway. 3 kills from Madja on the pistol. That's going to facilitate as Zentara's A1S. Going back into the same play, the Mongols over towards the A site for an execute. Just Jota here, the man with the tech issues.
I hope he heard that. Bodies are coming. The Mongol horde arrives on the side, and he has managed to find his one. An important contribution in the grand scheme. Already the bomb going down, just so comfortable, claiming A as their own. The spam nearly gets him off the bomb. He can't finish his meal, Madja. A missed shot. Techno just running around with a Glock. Big headshot. And Zentares resides himself to trying to preserve the M4. Oh, what? Yeah. Okay, I know it seems minor, but that's the kind of thing that gets into your head. How is he not dead? He was 1 HP.
Oh, so those worries for Zentares and co. Look, it wasn't just him. Everybody was having a bit of a rough go at things. Not hitting the necessary shots. That is going to continue those wobbles. And if you're always having to rotate into a given up site, you're never being able to dictate the fights as you'd like to. It's just going to get very tough for the Turks. As winning against the Force Spy does find them now up against the full eco, and the vibes looking sublime.
Quite the opposite for Eternal Fire. The worst start. Second round Force falls. Now what? To try your hand with a Desert Eagle and a Dream.
Yeah, losing that round is one thing, but losing it in that fashion where you barely put up any traction, any resistance whatsoever. So you want to get your individuals online early. Have to wait until the rifles come out into the next. They had the double dip on Anubis this time. Just one attempt as it is the starter pistols, a couple of P250s, a 5.7, some Deagles. A menagerie of a buy, and well, let's see if they can hit some shots. They just need it for the confidence sake.
Yeah. Blitz is not shy in these rounds either. He's happy to put himself in the front line. And Zentares has a go. Can't trifle with Blitz, comfortably converts. And they're in no hurry. I can't help
he's
but
hearing this, he's hearing this.
Jota's got an opportunity here. And Techno's his first victim. A second required for it to be a conversation. And 9-10, down to half.
One more to get through.
Information on the bomb's location. Madja can disrupt this. Wikanye needs to be alive though, and it's already fallen through the fingers as Senzi removes Woxic. That's the P250 of Madja empty-handed, and they will pull it across the line. Threatening from Eternal Fire. Disruptive frag from Jota, but unable to make anything of it.
Okay, well, at least a couple of shots hit.
Yeah.
And a few of them off the starting mark. 3 kills for Magic on the pistol, 1 for Wakandia, 2 for Jota. Now, it's Jistaza, Woxic, and Zantares, the older boys, the ones that pack the punch that need to come online. Woxic into his prized possession, the AWP. Silence then falls for the rest. Diffuse kit, not one in sight. If we're going to do a post plant, keep that in mind. Standard opener, highlighted by the analysts. Top cat window smoke. It's about what they do with it too. In through the underpass, 2 top mid, and they really want to brawl for this. Oh!
How has it gone so quickly, so south? Zantares and Wakandia swung upon. The fights keep going their way. Maggia walks straight into the crosshairs of Techno.
See, this is what I was saying. It's standard to go for mid brawls on a map like Mirage, but they get nothing. They step out, the flash is good, don't win the opening fight. Well, here's something back.
Okay, Woxic.
Know where he is. They don't have to finish B.
And they're not. Starting to pivot immediately. 910 has one of his exits covered. Blitz trundles towards the A site comfortably. Woxic yet to move, has no info as to how his backdoor is covered.
Well, he has to hope they come to him, because now that the bomb gets planted, he's got absolutely no chance. So it's about the save. So 910 containing that. The bomb gets planted, 40 seconds on the clock.
He needs this AWP into the next, and 910 can remove it. Just patience. And he prevails. 910's form in this quarterfinal, it just feels like he's straight away into his absolute prime.
Yeah, really not showing any worries on the stage, are they? Now, this is a pretty comfortable head-to-head for the Mongols. This is the 5th time they've faced off in best-of-3s in the last 12 months. The previous 4, or 3 of them, the Mongols picked up.
Right.
So they have a lot of confidence when it comes to this matchup. And they're just going through the motions right now. Tunnel fire, lost bonus, give themselves a partial. MP9s are plenty. Kevlar to work with. 4 players gambling. Manja the only beacon of hope over towards one side of the map. And look how quick Senzu's up.
With no resistance. Completely unaccounted for. Jota into the Palace position. So there is a bit of territory for Eternal Fire to work with. You've parked Senzu in a real powerful position to cut off rotations, make things difficult for the CT side. A bit of a gamble, an informed decision from these MP9s. This partial investment and no breaks, so there will be a sound cue required if the Ts were to flank B.
Looks like they're gambling correctly now, Eternal Fire. From A to B, as the util starts to land.
It's a good read, but you still need to hit the headshots, and Senzu gets away with murder. A 1 point of health, keeps him in it, starting to commit. Woxic, good for 1. Blitz will trade, has the bomb on his back, but they're into the site. The MP9 shy, Wakandia can't convert. Mazinho can, and again Zantares resides himself empty-handed, 5 rounds deep in a must-win map.
Blitz has looked great, hasn't he? Map number 1, fantastic from him. Map number 2, him and 910 just continuing. Senzu getting an entry. Only 1 opening kill in the first 5 rounds of play for Eternal Fire again on the CT side. Again, that was the same story as Anubis. The individuals need to start hitting shots out the gate. And, well, the tempo of this game has been completely taken away from them. They're chasing their tail, they're chasing ghosts. Mongols are running away with this 5 rounds consecutive to start their map choice. This is a breeze, this is a walk in the park. This is a leap to a semi-final where Vitality wait.
Hoping to catch something on the exit, but safe passage has been found. Eternal Fire's corpses litter the B bomb site as a 5th consecutive on Mongols map pick. They're making it look so comfortable on their T sides in particular.
Well, we saw this happen on Anubis as well. Faber calls first tactical timeout. He burnt through 2 of them in the first half of Anubis.
99 damage.
But at the moment, when you're sitting there, you're watching, it's curious. I wonder if the comms are shattered, because at the moment, they are being toyed with.
I mean, at that point, especially tactically, you're in the right place. You have gambled correctly. They're committing into SMGs at close range, and you still come up short.
The people want to show. And I'm sure all the Turkish fans want to see Eternal Fire put up some resistance.
Yeah, incredibly passionate fan base. They've been cheering for Eternal Fire long before they were walking out to the Spodek stage.
A win here could be a national holiday.
For real.
All right, well, this time it is the guns out again, not just the MP9. Zentares spams through, looks for info, finds nothing. Senzu across towards the island box, playing in front of it, flash forward, looking for a fight.
He's got intel as to the window player of Zentares from his spam and nades. Techno progressing under. Ricardia asking questions of that con cross. A little bit of chip damage onto 910 in B apartments. Madge's nade did connect. Ricardia feels their presence in mid. Blitz boosted up. Silently slips into window. Responsibility of Zentares. He goes investigating. Blitz first, Zentares. It has to be! God. It had to be Zentares flying! Drops off! Gravity no match for Blitz. Knife out. Madge can't believe it. He's been given a gift there. Can they defend this B hit? Ricardia and Madge have to sidle up, step up, and deliver for Turkish Counter-Strike. There's numbers. They have to convert this one. It's theirs for the taking, but a messy spray. Senzu has other plans. Ricardia puts him low. 9-10 on 10 HP. Pushes all forward with 25 seconds left. They have to plant. Senzu retrieves the bomb. Will be planted, uncontested. I say that, he's off the bomb. Woxic pushes the sound cue. The shot does miss. Senzu running out of time. 9-10 is flanking though, and Jota's there! Eternal Fire, finally, on the board off the back of the timeout.
Oh, it wasn't pretty.
Far from beautiful.
You got to ask, did Zentares step on a crack? Did he break a mirror? What happened? Like, that's so unfortunate for him. He's clearing, Blitz starts backpedaling, back opened up, he's got the, and just dropping.
Oh.
Yeah, hey mate, there's not a whole lot you can do about that one.
That's everyone's reaction to a death like that.
Well, there's their first round.
Hectic, not something you could, reliably replicate.
Oh, you see the speed wobbles was the aim as well from a few of the members there from EF, so it still could have gone wrong. Standard mid opener, Ricardia forward of that, so able to call out an awful lot of information. Should inform this A set at Woxic ticket. Jota over towards the balcony position. Madge even in B apps, they know that it has to be an A execute.
They've both got their best weapons. Jota's got the AK, Woxic's got the AWP, and he's primed and ready for the ramp. Delivers, as he should. The AWP opens up, Zentares as well convert. Techno's down, there's Jota! Palace, no problem, Blitz removed, and now Vizinho, he's in the open. Flashbang from Woxic's perfect, and Jota! Taking names, taking dog tags, triple from Jota!
Now we're talking, there's some confidence. Happy to get stuck into the fight. Actually a really strong defense. One of the best CT rounds we've seen from Eternal Fire all series long. 5-2 the scoreline reads. Money is the question for the Mongols.
We haven't seen them in Strife yet, Chad.
It just was the tail end of Anubis where they had to piece some things together. But Jota does very well. Be great for his confidence. Can they build upon that? An AK for Blitz as he lets the fire out. Into an A execute again, this time more direct.
Oh, it's only Jota here. This could really humble him if he cannot contribute. Chip damage, Techno catches. Staying active, he's not playing scared on this big stage game. Such an all-in called here by Mongols. Blitz with the AK backing himself. Smokes rain in. Body starting to commit into Jota's bomb site. He's under so much scrutiny. Can he weather the storm? Can he deliver? Does. Control the spray for one. Tags up that sandwich player. Another from Jota. Just collecting them one by one into his crosshair. Jota's done enough. Defends his site valiantly for more consecutive. 3 on the trot. A timeout forced. Mara hits the panic button.
There's a partial with the hero AK, another confidence building round for Jota. So back to back, the fact that they want to play him with heads up Counter-Strike, and now they're having a good time. You need that from Woxic, you need that from Zentares. These individuals need to start activating if you want to push this one the difference. All the distance. Right now, the difference is just 2 rounds. Talked about that timeout, now that the guns come back in, Mara wanting to make an adjustment with the approach. Helped out by the team, they're breaking those up-down smokes as well with the HEs, forcing their angles. Making the Mongols question what they can and can't be open to, but what has Mara chopped and changed?
Yeah, impact player for sure. Considering just one Tech 9 to the head, and suddenly that site's a whole lot more awkward. He held his own. Round 9, map 2.
A bit awkward out of spawn there with the smokes.
Late window.
And late connector. So it's a different look. A third smoke added to the piece of the puzzle. And looking to be direct again.
Asking questions of Maja. He's unable to finish. Wicardia's got so much work ahead of him now. They heard him. They know where he is. Can he control it? Oh, 2.5. Tags up another. Mazinho walking wonky. 9-10 posted on their cross though through market. Look at the damage inflicted. He's got just 9 points of health. The AWP is poised, ready to collect the cross. Santara spots him, gets closer to the angle. 9-10 ready for a wide swing. It's too comfortable for the AWPer. This Mongolian sniper. Headshot. Sharp Eye, and Jota remains forced to hold on to what he has.
Oh, Blitz is already here to cut him off at the pass. Was dealing with that lurk over towards middle. Jota aware of the possibility.
Yeah, he sees the barrel. Jota, your position is noted. Is this warranted from Mazinho? You've got low HP. Feeds the beast. Jota gets one. Can he get away? Nope, not on Blitz's watch. Blitz, no slouch today.
This is the thing, he is a fragging in-game leader. There's always been a lot of talk about Blitz and what he brings to the server, plays some of these key positions and delivers. And he has showed up when the pressure is now at the highest for both of these teams.
Fair play to Wicardia, gave it a really good shot. Had Maja perhaps converted his one.
He's done really well there. It's 9-10 the difference maker. Huge first, jumps out, repositions for the second. Woxic not ready for that whatsoever.
You can see the logic of Xantares, and hang on a second, because there's a really quick fight mid.
Woxic got legged?
Yeah, really early doors, and he's been finished off as well. That's Senzu. It's just Senzu. Dispatches of the AWP along range. Now 9-10 misses his chance at extending us into a 4 versus 3.
Could have been in a molly there. HP for Woxic just disappeared so quickly. 9-10 just taking space. The confidence right now for the Mongols. Look at this pack through mid. They haven't backed down.
Yeah, but clearing out that A-lurk is really valuable. Xantares, heavy contribution, tips of the toes, spotted. Info as to the setup. Blitz trying to slip behind enemy lines, hoping to be overlooked here. Xantares slips into the palace, hoping to not be caught out by this. It's Jota that could as well. Wicardia, forward position. Hearing a lot of this. This can still go wrong for Eternal Fire. Despite this man advantage, but proactivity from Wicardia goes walkabout and removes Techno.
I'm loose.
Awkward from Blitz. First time I haven't seen him hit the first bullet. Now 9-10 presented a clutch. He has not got the bomb. Maja, his first victim. Jota, close by, spots out, confirms position, relocating to the window. Held by Wicardia. Plays scared, Xantares the one to swing. Team play converts, 2-round gap.
And some confidence with some of the moves as well. Wicardia hanging around in that cat smoke, and Molly comes in behind him, pushing through it, making a play. Good to see. So starting to piece this one together. Money still in a rough spot for the Mongols. 6-6 is possible and feels mandatory for Eternal Fire at this stage of the game.
Really important from Wicardia as well.
Not letting the moment get the better of them. Those type of plays is what you want to see. And now they're starting to get fired up, starting to make some noise. Mongols are shoves. Khalil, AK, some pistol upgrades. Not a lot to work with. Going to wait out that early block utility from the CTs. Incendiaries across the map. HEs to follow their standard opening util. So it's the rifles out top mid to take the long range duels. The pistols in through underpass to try and close the distance. 9-10 to smoke window. And a deep connector one from Blitz. I think they'll play through this into A.
They avoid the brunt of the damage from that Wicardia HE. They've got 60 seconds to piece this together, but a pressure now applied in that window smoke. Woxic's going to be watching that like a hawk. Blitz successful in his first endeavor here. Will he really get another opportunity? He's done it again, and Senzu with a headshot. All onto Zentaras on this A site. They're encroaching. Man, disadvantage, but for how long? They find Zentaras. That bomb site is theirs. They can scoop up the bomb, but short. It's occupied. Blitz aware. Acknowledges the potential. Wicardia trying to walk on up. The bomb has been retrieved. Blitz finds a safe route, safe passage to a plant. Senzu provides the cover. Wicardia and Madja to come up clutch. A big round with massive implications. Tucked in Palace, it favors the T's. Time ticking. Uncertainty as to this post plant. Magic gonna swing across off the flash. It's a good flash. Blitz blind. Senzu active. Crossfire established. They're taking their sweet time here, Chad.
Smoke for the bomb.
Smoke and Kit. Smoke on top of it. Wicardia trying to make a run for it. Gets tagged up low. He's very susceptible to spam. And they haven't got the time. Haven't got the numbers. Caught jumping. Mongols steal it. Rough one. That's a really, really bitter and sour pill to swallow.
Yeah, you saw the jump scare that happened to Woxic there. The player just coming through the window smoke late as they'd already taken contact on towards A. It's this one here from Senzu. Bang! Little bop onto Jota in the side. He's been a hero so far. This flash is so good. Blitz setting Senzu up for the second. And then the in-game leader, he just runs him down and closes business. Final round of the first half. Map 2.
And here are the implications. Your last round. It's all you can afford. A scout on Woxic. Suboptimal, but functional. Give the guy a scope, he can make it work. And he has. A tag into Senzu. Can't find the follow-up on the quick scope, but Zentaras is there. Profits off of the tag. First blood drawn to try and make this just a 2-round game at the half.
Have to be so scared about the window boost play. It's happened time and time again.
But Wicardia and Madja have not moved.
Zentaras is cheating over.
He's going to be there in time. Here they come. Up short. What can you do? Wicardia empty-handed. Madja the same. They've been rustled. And now stealing the plant. Nice timing on the peak here from Zentaras. Humble though, just the one. Important trade out of 9-10. Woxic scout tag, not enough. And Jota very late to the party. People already got their coats on. And 8, the certainty. No Kit. Waning hope. The crossfire's too potent. They'll peek off of 9-10. Has the cross. Spotted now on the jump from Techno. It feels helpless. Doing anything he can. Trying to close the gap, close the distance. They just shoot too damn hard. It's 8 for the Mongols. Eternal fire on life support. Will we really see a third map? Second half of play on this second map of the quarterfinal, and it does seem that Eternal Fire are on the precipice of their Kato campaign being extinguished. Glimmers of individual brilliance, but they don't look like they're playing themselves. They're not playing their game. Mongols most definitely are, though. An 8-4 haul. What could be the final half of this quarterfinal. A pistol that really holds a lot of weight as to Eternal Fire's hopes and dreams of a deep run in these playoffs.
Eternal Fire just not getting enough out of their individuals. The bailout from the firepower, it's not there. The Mongols have come in today playing a very strong game.
Blitz included. Fragging IGL. Keeping up with his superstars.
Two dual Berettas in the mix. One for Mazinho over towards A, one for Techno over towards B, and then Blitz has treated himself to a flash. He's in rotation. He can support either side with that. So just starting over towards window, patrolling things, and well, he's got some company coming his way. Zantara's top mid, Manjo Wakadia through the underpass. Setting up for what is likely an A split.
Oh, he spots a freebie. Manager down, throwing his util. Timing favors Blitz as well. Zinho tucks dark. He doesn't want to give away, concede this man advantage. It will be a hard clear with 910's cover. Woxic working.
He's out. Undetected.
So far, so good. Now he's been spotted. Mazinho rumbled, couldn't hit his shots, but Jota can. A site taken. Eternal Fire, golden opportunity here. He broke through. A site's yours, but you gotta put down Blitz. Santares empty-handed in the pistol.
No kit for this. They'll have to get a bit of a move on.
When do they go loud? Senzu's going to be coming in through con. Flash from Blitz to set up the swing. Techno goes looking. Can Woxic handle this? An important headshot from the turn. Can he hit the headshot? He can't! Techno brings him down with the dual Berettas and all onto Wikadia. 10-second defuse. Imminent. 10 bullets, and Senzu just needs to one.
3 out of 4 pistols in the favor of the Mongols. This one is going one way fast. And Blitz with another impactful round. 3 kills for him, 15 and 5. Dominating Eternal Fire in this series so far.
Oh, what a brutal way to lose the pistol as well. Blitz again, a common theme.
Both the teams with a couple of woes within that pistol round. So the timing, I think at this moment, Madra is expecting the window to be covered. So the gap taken, Blitz hits a great little shot there. And then 910 losing track of the A ramp push. That's what catches Mazinho off guard, but Zantares, his frustrations have been palpable. Eternal Fire got the plan, they can get a buy into an A execute of their own. Oh
yeah, this is already pacey. 910, he spots it out. He's not shy whatsoever. Goes swinging, Mazinho in combination. Down to the Galil, good, important contribution from the Jota rifle. Repositioning, break of the smoke, it's replenished, and they get across, albeit heavily damaged. And it gets worse for them. Senzu spam finds Jota, the Tracer betrays his position. They are in so much trouble. Very hard post plant. You need someone to step up, but not Senzu. Swinging on the stairs, takes no prisoners, taking names. Madja's the last on the naughty list, it's 10. Already, Mongols, this is just business as usual.
Well, bomb goes down. Curious to see what the decision from Madja is. Needs to dig deep right now. Don't know what can be said, don't know what can be done to try and activate the likes of Woxic and Zantares, both of which are having a tough time on map number 2. Decision making not great from Jota here either. Sure, he's had a couple of specky moments over towards A, but spamming through that smoke, he's trying to draw attention so the bomb can go down, but the Tracer's through. The Silenced M4 has no problems eating him up. And second tactical timeout, the chuckles from the Cherub there. You can see Mazinho, 17 years of age. It's the youngest team in the playoffs, the Mongols. Right now, they are making a memory in the Spodek. Stage game, still something new to both of these teams. Over the last year and a bit on the rise, contending against the bigger names, taking series off the bigger names, winning smaller events. But both still trying to get their stage legs. Great opportunity for both of these teams locking horns to come in without the pressure of going up against a FaZe. Up against a Vitality, a big name. You get someone who is just as unfamiliar with this territory as you are.
Well, Vitality await the winner. In that semi-final, 3 rounds from becoming Mongols reality. Katowice are upon their debut. Both teams a debut on the Spodek stage, but for one, it'll be a dreamy memory, the other a nightmare. Replayed on those moments of weakness before you fall asleep. Now we have a very important Eternal Fire gun round.
I said what we were going to see. Well, they got the bomb down again, and they've actually forced. They need to shift the momentum of this game. So it's light on util, heavy on firepower, but it's just Galil's. It's not AK's. Dink's not enough.
One flash, Chad, and Makati goes ahead of it. He caught off 910. That's the timing he wasn't ready for. Missed flustered shot, but there's some damage. Well placed HE. Mazinho under scrutiny now reveals his position. 910 the overwatch. It's Senzu with one back. Centaurus, an important fight. Oh, and he's not stopping there.
Picking up the AWP, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, Techno towards the Palace. How many times have we seen him with that defuse kit coming in late from the Palace?
Oh, no smoke for his hijinks as usual. So is he going to be able to pull this one off, or are they just going to try and do some damage?
I think you're right, the latter. Oh, but a leg shot needs to be converted. Woxic does so.
They must know. Techno's tried this so many times.
You know who it is? And Centaurus. Important multi-kill round. Gets himself up to a 9-frag total. And Woxic will be given the gift of that AWP scavenged from 910's corpse.
Oh, they don't bottom them out just yet. The Mongols still are going to force in, most likely. This is going to be the prettiest of purchases, and there's some punch from Centaurus. That's what you needed to see. So opening kills aren't coming their way. He needs to be able to find some space and get a multi, and that's exactly what he delivered for the 5th round. Not done believing just yet as the Mongols. That was a great opportunity to really get things over the line.
Can't lose rounds like this in your campaign. Back into the conversation of this quarterfinal. Centaurus, good awareness of the possibility. Can he track him? Does find the head of 910.
Lots of damage. Someone else is going to have to play first. Woxic leering up Cat, has the support of the in-game leader Magic, not too far behind.
Oh, Woxic! Sick flick. Spins around. Blitz throwing that smoke, signing his death warrant.
It's hard to see this one going wrong for Eternal Fire now. 2-man advantage, just pistols they're up against. The biggest problem would be they finish too late into the stack. The fight might come their way.
That's what Bacardi's waiting for. Mazinho and Techno, they'll be about to oblige. Ooh, a shoulder. A lot of utility on Mazinho, is life valuable for the block.
Oh, the bomb is rotating towards the other side of the map, so it might just be a save for these three.
It's a good call. It's the right move from Magic.
They're allowed to. Jota's still over towards Palace. Magic going to take these jewels, that information flowing to Jota. He's going to also hear the steps in towards the side, so seeing if he can punish, making sure that they don't get to retain anything, carry it through. Worst case, he loses the M4.
Oh, wow.
He'll swing.
And he converts.
And they're boxed in. Senzu and Mazinho, good luck.
Just trying to preserve what little they have. Bacardi wants to twist the knife, make this one hurt as much as it can. Another gone. It's just Senzu trying to retain his Desert Eagle. Not long for this world is Senzu, removed by Jota. Eternal Fire picking themselves up another must-win round. 6, Mongols 10.
They say picking themselves up while also dusting themselves off. The fact that they don't give away any casualties whatsoever to build a bit of residual finances. Give them a buffer down the stretch. 10-6 4-round game. This one could have gone real wrong. Centaurus not as crispy. This one from Woxic, if he starts to heat up, the two of them combined can be the difference makers. So a full eco for the Mongols. 4-1 split. It's over towards A, the other 4 pressing up Cat. A kill or 2, that's going to be a bit of a boon.
Oh, that's uncomfortable for Maja. It's actually really uncomfortable. Centaurus to bail them out. There's a little more where that came from. Still got ammo, has support. They fall away, but a 3 versus 3 is not how that exchange was going to play out in their heads.
Yeah, this is a tough reset. The biggest positive is nothing has been scavenged for the Mongols. They haven't been able to get their hands on a rifle. Highlighted here, the AK and AWP are top mid in enemy territory. If Mazinho gets one, it would still still be a crazy 2v2 in the post plan. This is still looking very good for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, Mazinho's been quiet on Mirage, 4 kills to his name, and just one here would be worth its weight in gold, and now spotted, he's in so much trouble. Pressure applied, trying to track, Wicardia does pull it off. Removes the threat, B-site taken. And now weapons to be recovered. You discussed that AK and AWP. It looks like they could save both of them if there's no additional friction.
Well, if they can save the AWP, that's actually huge. 910 would not have had enough money for the AWP in the next round to play. Would have only been 2,400 as the loss bonus. Senzu. That's insult to injury, gets another kill. So what was a clean round against the Force Spy is a lot of casualties and an AWP given over against the full eco. So high highs, low lows, but still around. 10-7.
EF can't allow that to sour the mood, although going to have ramifications.
I do really want to press this AWP that's being saved, because as mentioned, 910 would not have had it.
Right.
2,200 plus the 2,400 loss puts him at 46. So he's short. For 150 bucks for the AWP, nobody could have dropped it to him from the team. So now that Senzu can give that to 910, if he finds any impact with it whatsoever, that was impact that he wasn't guaranteed. So how much does that come back to hurt Eternal Fire? Faber, he has just burnt his last tactical timeout, the last opportunity for him to call a pause, to take a breath, to utter a change. And it also gives Mara on the other side of the server the opportunity to settle his team. They still have a 3-round gap. The damage they've just done, it has ramifications, but it's going to be a flow-on effect. A few rounds is where they'll see that, and at that point, they'll be up to 12.
A gift from the misstep of Woxic and Maja top mid against the Eco. An AWP that couldn't have been without that. Now in the hands of the Mongolian sniper. Round 18, all to play for. 2 smoke start from the T side, invested into mid control. The AWP starts towards the apartments. That was the potential threat.
It's big info, but Eternal Fire aren't really able to do anything with it. 3 players starting over towards A, Maja top middle. Woxic's going to pick up the bomb. They're rerouting immediately.
That's the info on the AWP. They have to move quick. That info fades. Its relevance fades if you don't move quickly.
There's no point just going into an A execute. That would remove the AWP anyway. It's the rifles that you're worried about, so they need to take some space, and Maja's going to crawl through middle. Looks like he wants to be the late piece through connector. Blitz is playing forward. This is a big fight. In-game leader on in-game leader.
Has he read him? 2 captains at the chessboard. And it's got ready and openings, and Taras catches Mazinho. The body shot's converted by the flames. Wicardia good for it. Now Blitz is spotted. Sticking out like a save. It's all Eternal Fire. Stunning sequence. Team Counter-Strike on display from the Turkish roster. 910 now trying to save Woxic's AWP. And he has a chance to take it away.
He's boxed in.
Yeah, they've got everything covered. Maja pathing towards the B apartments to ensure he can't get out that way. Now just hiding out in plain sight in the smoke. Jota low, doesn't matter against that AWP no scope. This would be ridiculous. Heist. Yeah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. 2 rounds the difference now. It's certainly looking like Eternal Fire not going to let this one go quietly.
And remember how it started. It was the pistol with the conversion, but another bomb plant from Eternal Fire. Then they went into heavy Galils. A risky maneuver to call, but it's one where they stuck the landing. Centaurus with a multi-kill in that round. Now it's 4 in a row. The CT finances can now start to establish. It should just be a half investment right now from the Mongols with it maxed out as 3,400 into the next.
Huge.
But really important stuff for Eternal Fire. They are working into this game. Turks aren't done yet, and a first spot from Centaurus spamming wildly through the smoke. Decent damage, but no frag. That's the only M4 invested.
Perfect weapon for the job, but there's a flash considered. Wicardia sets up Maja for an important opening.
Things are starting to flow now. The comms are looking better. The aim less wobbly. The younger pieces of this team, Wicardia and Jota, have both been delivering a couple of nice multi-kills. It's given Woxic And Zentara has a chance to get back in the game. So man advantage. Blitz down. The high flyer for the Mongols. Has to sit and watch.
Does he consider the boost? It might have to be another flick at a Woxic. Oh, he's missed it. Against his rival.
You want to keep moving if you're 9-10. Woxic would have likely spotted the fact he had an M4 in his hands. Zinho's pushed up A, has some space. Senzu rotating back. It looks like Eternal Fire will collapse into A through connected. This could be risky. But as we can see, nothing for them to worry about.
That smoke is the go signal.
Well, hold on to the Kevlar. That's the best that the Mongols can hope for now. But a bit of a momentum shift in this game. Patch of 5 rounds. Eternal Fire heating up.
Yeah, the bar set 8-4 half.
I'm curious what Mazinho's up to here. I think what he might do is attempt to come out of Palace late, smoke the bomb, and hope that they hang around and take a couple of casualties. The finances for Zentara is 10k, 7 for Woxic, so it'll only be very light damage. Is he going to give it a go? Too late now. Was hoping just to get a kill, maybe an AK-47. Gonna get nothing for his troubles. So Kevlar retained. Oh, okay. Hold up. He did get something on the way out the door. They didn't get the rifle, got the kill. It's all good. They've got plenty of cash to splash, and it's a 1-round game now. Orb can be bought, dropped to 910. He can donate the rifle, full buy that Kevlar kept, so should be full nades for everybody. Diffuse kits, no worries for the Mongols buy. Not able to get his hands on anything there, but at the very end, and a bit of a frustrating death, but all in all, no harm, no foul. Oh, how did I die? I was taking a drink. I'm not giving a moment to rest in the Spodek because mollied back. Gone for that B pick again.
Well, 910 is going to be set up for success here. Ghost looking mid. Sweeping the perimeter for a pick, and Maja. Oh, actually, it's Woxic's orb. Catches Senzu going peaky. Shut down. Late response possible, but he misses his chance over the shoulder of Maja. Block util. Thrown out to keep them contained in middle as Techno activates on the extremity. EF regrouping.
Nine-10 to ticket, Bliss to tuck into the triple box, Mazinho and Sandwich. If Zentara searches B, I think Techno should get the better of him.
Yeah, unless you get a signature. Zentara's peak in the Spodek! Headshot!
Bomb's committed A though.
Yeah, they have to go into this, and Mazinho and 910 are hitting the shots. Can they pivot with 30 seconds? They're flustered, it's stressful, important find. Mazinho removed by Maja, but they're running, and Blitz is in hot pursuit. 20 seconds, they're making it into him, and he falls for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Gotta get past 910 though. He's already got 2 kills. He's only got 3 points of health. Zentara's also low. He swaps to the Deagle, turns it. Zentara's does not find him. 8 seconds. They need the kill. And Zentara's obliges. How much stress, duress for Eternal Fire fans right now. These rounds are so not cut and dry. A gift from the Mongols coach. Faber gets a chance on the mic.
Well, right now, I think Mara would be pretty stressed out. Things aren't going as he would have planned. 6 in a row right now for Eternal Fire. This one has definitely shifted. The longest streak of rounds we've had so far in this map. Right now, the Mongols are the ones who are showing a bit of nerves. Stepping straight into the orb, 910, trying to make something of this. It was chaotic. Blitz pushing, he was trying to chase them. Knew that he could have had a timing if they had a T-spawn, but there was no time for them to go back. Starting to believe now, Eternal Fire. They know they are back in this. They know history. It informs us that this series, these teams can trade out map picks. Nuke is the third in decider if we need to get there.
910 going to do everything within his power to ensure they don't. Techno forward in the apartments. Nothing to report on the break of the mid-smoke.
A bit quicker timing on this.
910 goes looking.
Fading.
Yeah, and Zentara's in the open. Who does this favor? If 910 moves a muscle, Zentares will snap to him. Just like that!
That quicker tempo caught 910 off guard. Wasn't expecting the default crawl.
Okay, now Mizzino and Blitz get a bit proactive. The tips of the toes of Ricardia could be spotted, silent drop, but Blitz, he seems aware up close. And the MP9 profits. Can he get away from that yet? A bit of damage, but repositioned, trapped out, but hang on, Blitz onto Zentares. It's getting weird now. Woxic hits the shot necessary, the bomb can plant and save a conversation. Techno, not a part of that conversation, he goes forward. Woxic exposed on the fade of the smoke goes down. Is that it? Is there more? Blitz repositions from conside. They're asking questions of this post plant.
Honestly,
and Jota,
you,
okay. You get the AK, you get the AWP, and you get out. That's the plan.
Okay.
Maybe both.
Oh, why not? Something needs to change. Eternal Fire, they break through again. That looked completely desperate the entire time there. Blitz pushing ramp, but Mizzino was already dead. Even though he got a kill, it's still not interesting because they already have the space. The rotation too far away. They can't play off the chaos. And round after round, right now, opening kills are falling in the favor of Eternal Fire.
I love what you said, though, about this Jota Ricardia. Like, the younger guns have kept it
it's a
game.
Buffer.
They kept it a game.
A buffer.
And now Zentares is starting to look like Zentares.
And look at that, right? 910, because of the timing, wasn't expecting that type of pacing. Gets caught off guard completely. Zentares has him dead to rights. So they save the double orbs. 910 can wield one, send to the other. But Eternal Fire, they're just going to sweep this one under the rug. Just 2 more rounds. 13-10, the score could read.
What a perfect call. Against the double orbs, a quick AX, that could be the perfect call.
Someone needs to step up for the Mongols. You need an individual moment of brilliance, and they need it now.
Blitz is getting some answers in middle. Distinctly quiet. Mad, you're aware that that information could be garnered.
It's full retake setup. What are you meant to do? Mizzino can break the smoke, sure. Blitz can do the same. This needs to be perfect.
Yeah, 910's got his eyes on the prize, holding this ramp push. He really wants to try and draw blood first, and he has. He takes down a huge scalp. Zentara's down. Important response. Ricardia humbles the AWP, takes the site, takes the space. Techno close by. And Spam on the stairs does good damage. Techno's getting active, getting cheeky. Up over the top, removes Jota. Messi from Manja. And up to Woxic. A clutch that could do everything, but denied at the first. Senzu shuts it down. Mongols find a response.
And that's that signature Mongol style, the bold play. 910, the execute comes. He knows he's the only line of defense. He plays forward, triple box, gets the opener, traded, sure. But that chaos is where Techno thrives. Flashes, nades, it's all coming in, but up over the ticket, takes down the planter.
Whoa.
And then at that point, the comms are chaotic for Eternal Fire. 11-11, we're all tied up.
That was a 7-round run from EF. It's going to be weird, that feeling of conceding a round. It felt foreign for them there.
Double orbs retained, brought back in. Another attempt for the Mongols to work with this.
Yeah, Senzu's going to go looking for early answers. B apartments, this likely could catch you off guard. As you waltz into the apartment, an angle you're not expecting vulnerability from, a fake from Manja, throwing out util for mid-control, window, con.
Telling of a B split.
Certainly looks that way, mid-control under progress.
Bomb up, Cat.
3 players here to receive them.
Oh, they've cancelled it, they've backed off. Change of plans, a change of tune.
A lot of uncertainty for the Mongols. You can see Blitz now burrowing into the smoke, a nade to break. Nothing to report. 45 on the clock. Ricardia, the late piece. Set up for success. A step now heard. Blitz goes looking. Can't finish it off. On the Jota. There's Zentares. Just swings in. Finds the insta headshot. 910 proactive. Oh, missed shot between between the legs, between the wickets. Down now to Maja.
I'm losing con.
Yeah, they need to pick it up. Time is of the essence. Shot hit by Senzu. An immediate response from Jota. He's found his precision. He's found his game. 1 point of Maja. Flatlines Mazinho. Bomb planted. 12th round. Theirs for the taking.
Where's Techno headed? He needs to hold on to this. He can't give this one a go. There's so much he has to consider if it's go for the retakes. It looks like he will just back off. Moments before disaster right there for Eternal Fire Blitz. If he gets that first kill then traded, a completely different story. 9-10, he's been sharp but misses a key kill. And Maja doubles up. 12 kills for him. In-game leader has been present.
Yeah, I mean, this T side, he's got to be given his flowers for this performance from Eternal Fire. Resuscitating hope. An 8-4 half. The bar felt it was set extremely high. 12 in the bank. It's overtime or it's a third map at the end of this round.
There's still money for the Mongols to work with because of the loss bonus. So the save door back to 9-10. Rifles should be purchased for everybody else. And that was a bit of a gamble from the Mongols. They see those smokes come in. They know the trajectory most likely from the B apartments. Telling of the B split. They rotate Mazinho over, but it's the wrong gamble.
Can Maja call his team to a third map in this quarter? Round 24. Oxit goes looking. Invites a fight. Mongols do not oblige. Laid him down. Mid-fight taken. Ooh, Blitz empty-handed this time. A rarity, but at such a crucial moment of the game, they operate now with a man advantage, Chad. 9-10 really stubborn. He really wants to fight this fight. Zendiary not wide enough to force it. Maja stays tucked. Look at 9-10, taking liberties, walking in, trying to find this duel versus Maja. He's not going to be expecting someone so forward. And Mazinho removing Woxic.
That was bomb spotted.
Yeah, bomb on ramp. And now 9-10 puts Maja in the dirt. They're not ready for Wakadia. He's got the real element of surprise here. Multiple bodies. He's pulling out his molly. But still Jota. Another is required. Gets himself towards the A site. A 2 versus 2s. And Tara's getting out of there. Jota trying to sell it. Oh, it's a hard fight. Mazinho's too quick.
Round resets. How quick do they piece this together? Zentaris is on the way. He's sprinting towards that B bomb site. Techno's starting to rotate back. Mazinho as well.
The Spodek willing a clutch. Willing nuke at the end of this round. It's Zentaris to come up clutch. Techno and Mazinho to keep that 2-0 a possibility. He's up for apps. He's got the molly.
There's a smoke. Mazinho still has a smoke. Techno has the kid.
If he's expecting that Molotov to secure him, it could be a horrible shock.
Smoke on the bomb. Techno
that smoke. He's going to hear that smoke, and suddenly it realizes it sets in. This defuse is coming. He's going to hold it. He has to hit it in the smoke. He hasn't done it yet. Not pulling the trigger. Not calling it bluff. The defuse takes us to overtime.
That one feels like it fizzles out in the end. Zentaris. The round-the-world rotation, the 1v2 opportunity, and not in his classic style. He doesn't take the fight. He lets them make the first move. And scissor, paper, rock. Well, he comes out on top. That smoke completely negates any of his plans. And that one, he didn't even feel like he had a chance to fight for. We're all tied up 12-12. Double AWP's a key piece of this defense. Now with the extra cash, they've invested again. Up, down, smokes, land. 2-3 Palace, 3-3 ramp. Here comes the second wave.
9-10 poised and ready. Mazinho consistently a thorn in their sides, but 9-10 punishes Wakadia going looking. Look how much damage he takes though. The wall back through the box, finished off by Zentaris. Oh, sharp shooting all over! Eternal Fire slice their way into the side. Techno can't finish a single frag. Look at their health. Means nothing. As the first round of overtime is a convincing EF uppercut.
Oh, finally got a game. Anubis down one side, and this one looking the same. 5-0 out the gates from the Mongols, but drawing this one back. As starting to brawl for this. Just wind him up and let him go. Zantares, when he's in a position to frag, he definitely will deliver. And now they've warmed into the stage. Trying to put on a show.
We got a game. We have got a game, Chad. Madger's feeling his. He's actually gone playing ahead of the utility. He'll take this duel. Techno confirms Madger's aggressions. As Zantares starts to try and work into Blitz's territory. A forward position from the Mongols here. Blitz trying to bodyguard that forward orb. Zantares takes a
Madger's coming.
Heavy lick.
Spotted.
Oh, Madger spots an AWP. I have the info now. Forces the smoke out of the AWP. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Blind. Madger unloads 30 bullets.
Zinho needs to flash.
Yeah, Techno's coming from the flank. Oh my goodness, he's in so much trouble here. Madger's well aware that it's been audible, but so quick. From behind, Techno strikes. Bomb at spawn. 9-10 still trapped in this underpass. And Mercadia, by removing Senzu, now they feel the pressure from multiple fronts. Oh, it's all happening at the same time. Blitz found Mercadia. Orpa gone thanks to Zantares, and now we need to pick up that bomb. Woxic and Zantares back to spawn. 40 seconds. Options limited, and so is their utility.
Blitz is going to be in their face. Which side do they decide to finish? Looks like Blitz is going to have to keep on aggressing. Techno's just going to tuck in passive. 25 seconds.
Okay, it's a choice.
Well, one feels necessary to give Blitz a chance in a 1v1. It's going to be a huge rotation, or get the job down.
Here we go. He's going to start hearing these steps. Blitz will start to make a move. Can Techno hit one? He just needs one. He could take two! Both of them for Techno!
Laser sharp, important kills. If Blitz is rotating in from A ramp, even in a 1v1, he'll have absolutely no idea where that player could be. That would be a miserable way to lose another round. But this one was a brawl. Wakadia, he bought so much space. There were fights going on everywhere. Wakadia gets out onto A, gets a couple of kills, really causes chaos. But Techno, the difference maker this time round.
Conviction in his positioning, Techno, and he's rewarded for it. A speedier approach from Zantares. Look, he's not letting off the gas. He wants this fight. He wants it now, and he delivers an opening. Madger builds a round around it. Mazinho, if he goes, this round is as good as done. Instead, he steps up, removes the AWP, and makes it just a one round, or rather one player discrepancy. Madger hanging on for dear life at 9 HP. This is not as cut and dry as it may have looked. Especially with 9-10 holding this cross comfortably. Has support on the staircase, not anymore. Mazinho removed. EF, strong case being made on their T side.
That's the secondary AWP having to retake in a 1v4.
It feels like a certainty. Just that one discrepancy. Woxic caught by Mazinho, but this round it flows so nicely. Wakadia, Madger, Zantares, Jota, all hitting their shots to have that extra round on the swap of the sides.
It's like a long time since we've seen the Mongols on the T side, but this is where the campaign started.
Started strong.
Pistol, the conversions, it was all there. They've won 3 out of the 4 pistols so far in this series, and really it's that Galil round early within that second half that completely shifted the tide of battle. But prompts to the likes of Wakadia and Jota. 20 for Wakadia, 21 for Jota. It's allowed Zantares, who now has 23 kills. And opening kills is something he has been delivering in buckets and spades within that T side. 7 and 4 now, has had some that haven't gone his way, but contributing some key moments to help get the Mongols in the dirt. Well, the overtime, tactical timeout expended by Eternal Fire. Just 2 rounds required. 16 the magic number they're looking for right now. 15-15, we do it all again. Mongols need to shake off some of those frustrations that started to brew throughout, giving up opening picks on their CT side. Well, they're on the attack now. They need to remember how things started. See if they can pick up where they left off.
Woxic unscathed from the spam of Senzu. Trying to thwart this early mid-control. Being vied for here by the Mongolians. The Mongols have parked the bomb, so they're in no hurry.
Things are a smoke window. Blitz deep connector from underpass. Given the space this time around, remember, in the first half of play, all the window boosts. See if they opt for that again. It's something that I'm sure Eternal Fire haven't forgotten about.
No doubt. Ooh, no vision. Break of the smoke. A chance presented itself to Woxic. And now Bacardi's been spotted out on short. He could be punished for this. Trying to back away. Not playing scared though, it's Bacardi. Oh, he does well. Blind, but still delivers.
Just Madja here. Zentaris is on the way.
He's got so much to do. The scroll wheel forces him out. A misstep that Zentaris cannot rectify. And Jota completely unawares. Running knife out to his demise. It's only Woxic here. Presented an opportunity to put on a show. He can't hit it. Narrow miss on the jump. But that's Mongols with their T round on the board.
A couple of important moments from Techno in the last spree of rounds.
Yeah. 21, top of the table.
Definitely impactful. Poor Madja.
Oh, mate.
Under so much pressure. The second, though, the little spot on the jump, steps back out, takes the fight, braves it. Even gets the info for Woxic. And then it gets traded down by Mazinho. So, all tied up. Double orbs, the CT side. Eternal Fire giving it a go now.
Cardia, that was a very forward position, trying to catch something, but flashed off and respects it.
A shout out to Wakadia. He has not backed down from the traditional playstyle. Jota either getting fired up early within this game.
Three smokes remaining for the finish. Ooh, information. Plan set in motion. Woxic primes himself and ready, pulls out the wrong time. No support, Jota down empty-handed. The Mongols advancing. Zentaris dead on the swing. Again, it's Techno. Woxic says no. And Wakadia in the same half, they rectified this one, a 3v3, all to play for. So much at stake. Wakadia walking through, being held, Senzu gets the info, Techno on the other side of this. Wakadia should be a dead man, but traded. There's Madja with the AWP, a double AWP retake though. And Madja's hit every shot, how has he done that? Swaps out to the rifle, they still have to get past 9-10. Madja, Woxic. Woxic comes through, gets the info. Madja, can you save Eternal Fire? Madja pushing in, base the shot, time sensitive, and Madja, the heart, the engine of Eternal Fire, gives them the opportunity to go three.
Again, it's not pretty, but they secure the round. Double OT guaranteed. Techno is kicking up a real fuss, doing everything he can, gets them in with the double. But Madja, rolling back the years here a little bit.
Chad Birchall School of Counter-Strike 101, double AWP retakes, they're not supposed to happen.
Just started to fall apart there. The fact that they catch the player coming through the connector smoke, it causes chaos, it forces them wide. And that was another great opportunity for the Mongols. Another round that they're going to feel let slip. And the Mongols push us into double OT. Will Eternal Fire take us to Nuke? Third and deciding map of this series. And the head-to-head between these two teams, Mongols come out on top more often than not.
It felt like they had the edge today. Right up until they didn't. This is a direct call.
I think they're expecting Magic to have the AWP again, but he's gone into the rifle. Pressure the in-game leader.
Oh, if they push through that, yeah, that's either going to delay you, rot the clock. Magic proactive for forward position. Could he get tucked on chair?
Back as well.
This is a very, very aggressive
It's not going to be cleared.
They're going to overlook him. Backs a turned! Magic a huge start. Gets the info, needs help. Wicardia, can you match his output? Can you get your one? Yes, he can. More is required. Mazinha puts him down. We got a 3v3 and that bomb is being planted. Channel through the market window. 9-10 collects a freebie. Spam not finding him. Mazinha 1 HP gets the code punched. Man advantage. Hanging on by a thread. Zantara's alive though in a wide swing. What he does best. Can he peek it? Hits the headshot. For this third map for the dreams of Eternal Fire, or we go again in the overtime. Woxic can't hit it, but Zantares can. Swaps out 11 bullets in the mag. Time sensitive. Blitz denies. We need more rounds to separate these two.
Smile on Mara's face there. That one down to the wire again. Name of the game with this series. Take a breath within the start of these rounds, but once we get to the final finish, it's a nail biter. It's back and forth.
Spam on the plant from
And look at this from Magi. You know he feels he should have had two. They turn around, they get the trade. Wicardia grabs one, but it's 9-10. Once that AWP is posted, he will deliver.
He gave it his best shot as well. Zantares thinks about abs, hidden out was Blades. Sigh of relief, visible relief on the Mongols' faces. Pressure. Valve releases a little as we go again.
Different flavor. There's a massive gap. Look at this gap.
What is this? It's a gaping chasm.
You're dead.
Free frag. The trigger discipline is ballsy from Senzu. Now the jump scare for Jota. He's in. And it's getting, hectic. Zantares, that's a very important frag.
Jota going down is an invitation for Mazinha to lurk out onto A.
Yeah, and Woxic's aware of that. You can see him casting his eyes towards that walkout. They smoked the ramp, blocked that out. Blitz with powerful position up short with the bomb on his back.
So plenty of time to change the tune as B pressure is felt. Spam, defensive incendiary. There's a rotation now for the Mongols. Mazinha doesn't want to just step out on his lonesome and give away a free kill, so they need to do this as a unit.
He's exercising a lot of patience here.
Biggest problem right now is smokes for the finish. It's just flashes and mollies. Woxic and Zantares over towards A. They can lock this down.
Turkish Stars picked apart. 9-10 removes the AWP threat.
Zantares is low.
Zinho now starts to edge forward, and Zantares so low has opted for his teammates AWP. The Flames, he has to respect them. Still holding that cross though. The bomb will become a problem if they can't plant soon. No smoke, don't forget that. Now spots the advance towards triple. Code punched. Wicardia cooking a flank.
Considered now.
It's being held. There should be no way in for them here. Wicardia would have to hit the drive-by, just walks in. Mazinha happy to collect. You're right about different flavor. First round, T-side and Mongols. This is brand new. This is unique. Zantares looking to preserve that AWP.
That's what happens once we get deep in towards the overtimes. The playbook goes out the window. Players looking at tendencies, gaps, things that they can chop and change because the mind game between the two starts to fester as Senzu with a fantastic opener finds the chaos, but then the round pauses again. Very stop-start. AWP retained. Not sure it would have made too much of a difference, but still. We find ourselves with 2 straight rounds from the Mongols. Maybe, just maybe, the finances could come into question, especially if they want to continue to run double AWP. So bringing that out again. Poor Jota, just not expecting that type of a timing, but that's happened to both of these teams. Zantares quicker through his underpass crawl. Senzu now coming straight down the guts and middle. Well, Magic was the hero last time the double AWPs were out. See if he can do it again. Oh.
4 AWPs in the server, and Woxic, before we could even get back in, has found Blitz. You can see the X on the minimap. That's just a quick AWP window, picking apart that cross. Dream start to an AWPers round. Can Mongols rectify?
Someone has to take a risk now.
Well, how's that for a risk? You crouch peek into an AWP and Woxic racks up another. Eats the nade. He knows who he's up against. He knows Mazinho loves to just stay here on that palace position. Held now. Woxic finishes it off with the nade. It's all Woxic right now. Single-handedly securing a round in overtime to equalize. It's going to be Wakadia chipping in. Cherry on top. And Jota the same. Just the cream. 16-16.
Well, Xantares has an AK to work with, and the double ops retains to run again. I don't think we'll see that from the Mongols one more time. Woxic has had a tough go of things throughout this series, and he's starting to activate now. That three-piece gets him up to 17 kills, starting to join the rest of his teammates. This one is called by Mara. Let's see what his adjustment is. Maybe it's getting a little bit too scrimmy for his liking. Bring a bit more sensibility back into the play, a little bit more team-based. 9-10 yet to invest, so I'm curious to see if Mara's call will be direct, knowing it doesn't need an AWP. Plenty of cash for him to purchase it, and here's that opener. Blitz going for a head-to-head AWP duel. And Woxic staying agile. 9-10 has come in with the AK, so not the AWP. Might just be an A execute. Oh, well, the body language says otherwise.
Yeah, all faces looking towards middle. Looking towards the B apartments. 33 rounds deep. You highlighted it, there's the strat book. Most pages we've seen. Things can get a little kooky when you get this deep.
Jota just cleared out A-ramp completely.
It's a powerful angle for an AWP to occupy, and Madge has been given the task of holding on to it. Intermittent uncrouching.
Eternal Fire know that the Mongols have the mid control. Again, happy to oblige, happy to give it over.
Pressure onto that short player if they do try and wrap B.
B split written all over it.
Yeah, Wakadia's going to have his work cut out, especially if Madge doesn't get his. Oh, missed shot. Wakadia doesn't make the same mistake. Senzu asleep at the wheel, didn't get the memo. But Techno, he does say no. He's into the side for a second. Blitz finding shots, but so is Jota and Xantares. It's all over the place. Can Techno come up clutch? This would be ridiculous. Disappears under the guise of the smoke. Overlook completely. Xantares a jump scare. Techno is that demon under the ball. Jota dispels the myth, gets it done.
Oh, that must have been sharp. Techno was starting to heat up there.
Oh, he was. When I saw Xantares overlooking the position, that reposition was so quick, and he's beating himself up about that. He knows he could have perhaps made that dream a reality.
Remember, youngest team in the playoffs. First time in the Spodek for both of these teams. Pressure is an all-time high. Sink or swim on the stage. Looked like they were wearing lead boots on map number 1, Eternal Fire, but now they're starting to float. That's some frustrations. We don't traditionally see that from the Mongols players, normally very reserved.
Careful, Techno, you'll end up like Senzu.
Double AWPs becoming a mainstay for the defensive sides on either side of the server.
28 frags. And he's just thinking about that 29th that wasn't. Xantares matching his output.
Looking for 19.
Mid-utility for Eternal Fire. Woxic on the walkabout. Senzu takes a heavy lick. Xantares always a threat. Blitz brave to have a look, ask questions of Khan. Senzu in that ladder room if Xantares does overstep.
There's a way out with that smoke, so might want to back off. Bomb rotating back over towards A. 9-10 ticket. When he's been smoked up before, we've seen him push forward towards the triple box. Mazinho to help from jungle. Blitz still towards window. This A defense is looking brittle.
Vulnerable. Xantares doesn't want to be the one to play first, but it may be forced, but the break of the smoke is still hidden, but caught out just in time. Mazinho profits from the break.
Can't get up!
Oh, hits the shot regardless. Wakadia watching from the sidelines as 9-10 puts him down. Bomb does get away from that AWP shot, but still so much work ahead of them with no time for this. No utility for this. They're just in the open. He's picking them apart with the AWP. Senzu has to cross, double AWPed, ring true. Successful for the Mongols to keep us dead even. Tied up, Jota left alone, left to his own devices. Nice tap, and that's all he'll get. Sigh of relief for Mara. He knows these guys from Eternal Fire, they do pack a punch.
Well, this is going to be one of the most intense games of Counter-Strike that Mongols have ever played. Sure, they've lifted trophies, but nothing like this before. The atmosphere, the intensity, the moment, what this means, the legacy of the event, it all plays into the heads, but right now locked in as 17-17. We're all tied up again. Who's going to buckle? Who's going to break first? Who is going to take this map?
An answer we may have to wait for. Of course.
I wanted to give everybody a chance to take a bit of a breath themselves. It's like this one will be a couple of moments to get Woxic back and sorted, so bear with us.
As these two teams fighting for their legacy and something they've dedicated their life to, and they're making it a show. To be dead even at 17 each, double OT. First to 19. Spodek, are you entertained? This is just the first game. We've got another quarterfinal to look forward to as well. But first we have to find out if there's even a third map required. Mongols, I'm sure, at that halftime felt like it was starting to become theirs, starting to become a quick 2-0, a trip to the semi-finals booked.
You can see there, Joe Design starting a round. He's taking in the moment.
As he should.
It only comes around once a year. Katowice, it sets the tone. It's the first big event of 2025. You want to put your best foot forward. The grand final appearance at Bounty, that was the studio. This is an arena and they're basking in it right now.
I applaud you, Katowice. Bringing the energy year on year. Over 10 years of Katowice being a mainstay at the start of that season.
2014. Mazinho was 10 years of age. Something to consider as we have generations of Counter-Strike players.
Yeah.
The other side of things, a man who's finding some fine form, Xantares at the moment. He has come back alive within this series, but throughout this year, late last year as well, the Turkish Terminator. Well, he's getting up, he's getting on, and he's still delivering in a very big way. Oh, Wakandi, you're getting a little bit tired. Sorry that we're keeping you out here so late, mate.
Thought he'd be done with this by now.
Well, they would love to have a rematch against Vitality, a team they've already been successful against in 2025.
And that trophy, the one that has eluded Apex throughout his entire playing career. Vitality playing the winners of this.
Woxic is back in the server, freeze time ticking down, and we are getting this one back underway. 17-17, 8-4 at the first half. Eternal Fire do the same. Overtime number 1. Can't split the difference, and we do it again. First to 19, 18-18, well, you know what that means. Faber, his time to call OT number 2's only timeout.
The bar set at 2 CT rounds, and well, Mongols, they got their first right out of the gate.
And the CT rounds is where both of these teams have struggled. They would need to get 3 on the trot to get this done right here, right now.
Seems like a big ask. It does seem like a very large ask. Let's get back into this one. Will it be Mongols in 2? Will Eternal Fire take us the distance? Let's find out together, Katowice! Yeah, was 9%. Oh, Eternal Fire against all odds, keeping us in it.
Woxic starting to hit some heads-up orb now.
Straight.
Mongols have to make a move.
Yeah, Techno is activating. Joe just went ready for this. He could practically see it through the X-ray. Can he convert it as well? Mazinho will get the belated trade, but the damage inflicted. The discrepancy locked in.
Blitz has picked up the AWP.
He's pivoting. There's an opportunity for Senzu on the cross. A reaction speed test. He doesn't oblige.
Good awareness from Wakandi that that's a possibility. A lot of gaps to have to worry about there. Senzu acknowledging the fact they could have boosted window. They could be flanking him, so they have to worry about so much. But Mazinho, the timing on this could be absolutely everything.
This young prince, shut out of his palace with Cardia aware.
Blitz is still here.
Yeah, Blitz on the AWP, not something you see every day.
Where are they going?
Smoke to obscure.
Rotating back.
Oh, is this a lot? This is a lot. It's not going to give too much of an opportunity unless Madge's back is turned on this clear from Blitz. You can see he's investigating, well aware that it's not the commitment into A. Madge is tucked.
This one's done.
Should be. Just Blitz trying to hold on to his AWP. These resources, valuable.
Oh, the path of least resistance, the bomb goes down. Still 20 seconds to spare. Now the penny drops. Senzu, Blitz. What's the even point of having to look for this one? Out of position, about to be a dead man walking. That beak sticks out, and well, Madge bluffs his lines, but the kill is going to be confirmed in a moment's time.
Or he gets away with it. Hard flick to hit. Senzu does not hit it.
You can have your life, I'll have the round. That's 18 now secured for Eternal Fire. That's OT number 3. Locked in at a bare minimum, and now the pressure all on the Mongols. Couple of stat padders there.
You discussed troublesome on the CT side. That one felt rough for the Mongols.
It's not only the opening kill they lost, it was the secondary as well.
Yeah, Jota hit a real important trade there. Oh, frag on the ramp. That's the Woxic opener. 9-10 didn't even get to pull the trigger. Here's Jota. Removes Techno. Confirms Mazinho's position as well. And I mean, you can see him go, look at Wicardia, so aware. Is this the last round of Mirage? Or do we need a third overtime to separate these two teams?
They're going, they're popping.
It's quick. Mazinho throws out the extinguish ahead of time, gives him something to play around, but also indicates his position. It doesn't matter. Wicardia's dead. Blitz onto Torres. Mincemeat. Cut down, cut out of the round. Overlooking Techno completely. Woxic with it all to do, and only the one. Let's go again. 12 rounds of overtime, not enough. Not enough to separate them.
Oh, I can't believe Mongol called the same setup again. They have two players, Techno, the B anchor, he's over towards A once more. And the understanding in this pressure situation, Mazinho knows, okay, I'm going to drop a defensive smoke because this is likely mollied. I'll play first. If I get anything, that's great. If I go down, we bait Techno in. And both of them provide. So a very good round from the Mongols.
Really cool calling. Let's go again. First to 22.
I'll let you two out of spawn. Second tempo. Techno Mazinho A again. Only one AWP for the defense this time round. 9-10 posted up B. Senzu to take Cat Blitz. Tough to worry about window, connector. An awful lot on his plate for the in-game leader, who has felt like he started to cool. The mental stress, the load, having to call toe-to-toe with Madge on the other side.
I'm sure you can attest.
Definitely takes his toll as now the AWP crawling up mid. Blocked on multiple fronts.
Yeah, some successful chip damage onto Wicardia, ramp side. Nothing to report as he lingers ramp. Blitz is going looking and he finds a bullet between his eyes. Centares draws first blood of overtime 3. Feeling vulnerable, feeling susceptible to a 5-man push into this A bomb site. Woxic posted as well for the cross. Just Mazinho and Techno. Good timing on the incendiary. Wicardia starts looking, he knows where Mazinho is, but still they profit. No, it collapses for Eternal Fire. Centares, he's already wounded. Hoping to be overlooked here, doesn't hit that instant headshot. Techno, good for it. It's only Woxic to fall. Massive 4K from Techno. True to his namesake, in our third overtime, he just multi-kills Eternal Fire back to spawn.
Yeah, starting to show some classes, Techno. He's had some really, really important and impactful rounds of multi-kills within these spree of overtimes.
See that again. I mean, Mazinho the bait, Techno the muscle.
Right, you've got Mazinho on the end of the fishing rod, and Techno, he's the one who's catching him. He's the one who's taking home the big meal for dinner, and he's feeling himself. The confidence is there. Taking the jewels, and jazzed up with that one.
Last couple of rounds, last couple of ventures towards that A site have not felt great for Eternal Fire.
I'd love to know the adjustments being called out on either side by these coaches. Mouths moving a million miles a minute.
Yeah, the battle is those adjustments. At this stage in the game, it's like bluffs on double bluffs.
They've been playing this AWP of either 910 or Senzu over towards B quite consistently. So they've just put Mazinho A this time round, so not going to be bolstered with the support of Techno.
They feel like they've done enough on A to warrant.
Well, Blitz is getting aggressive.
Yeah, okay, Blitz feeling himself. You have to win an Angel versus Zantares, which he has done. The captain of the Mongols takes down Zantares. And the captain of EF has been spotted. Jota forced forward into this fight. Oh, it's ugly. It's hideous. Blitz, a second. Just as you were saying, he's cooling off. He's found some heat once more.
Magic has to make a play.
He's trying. It's not a bad timing. Techno gets the info for free, though. Ready for that Senzu reaction just as he turns his back. Senzu good for it.
Forced a big rotation, but can't be capitalized upon. Woxic and Bacardi are walking in.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
Scope will have been heard.
Side by side, position already noted. Blitz throws out the flash. No one's going to take that initial engagement. Woxic will find the first, but good luck. Have fun. No fun for Woxic in this one. Triple out of Blitz. He closes it down. He opened and closed it. The bookend frags to make that 20th round on the board for Mongols. One more to go.
It's the CT side.
Are they going to get all three?
It could be the clean sweep right now.
That would be the difference. We've been trading blows at 2 CT rounds each, but a third could be the difference.
Finally some initiative, right? Blitz actually dictating the tone of those mid-fights. We've seen him swinging into them late through connector, but now just pushing up, taking that duel, sitting Zantares on his ass. And the double AWPs are back.
Of course they are. Senzu going to be boosted up by his teammate for that fastest possible line. You can see the timing there from Magic's POV. Hurry up and wait the call.
Been a lot of this going through the motions, getting the space, but this right here is the difference. Techno thrust forward, has this locked down. How far does he go?
Cardia gets a rude shot. Techno posted. That's one of those jiggles. I don't think he was expecting friction on it. And it's caught him off guard now. Zantares caught down. Just 25 points of health. He's in trouble. This third CT round is starting to materialize in front of our very eyes. Leg shot, Woxic. Hamstrung by the Mongolian sniper. Limited further. Zantares removed. The fake smoke. Jota's going to walk straight through it. Techno, you meanie. Cruel. Takes the head off of Jota. Bomb under his control. Helpless now are EF without a single T round to boast in our third overtime. One away from the 2-0. They have to match that output now. That feels like the bar set incredibly high.
And Eternal Fire, they put themselves in position in several occasions throughout this match to get the job done, to force it to the third, to take us to nuke. They started in the dumps. It was an 8-4 first half for the Mongols, their map choice. They battled back. They were starting to believe, but right now they could be running out of gas. Not a single round found. And Mongols looking to
they can taste it.
Outwit.
They can taste it. You can see it on their body language. They can feel it. They know that this one single round separates them from a semi-final in the Spodek.
910 may have seen the flash from Sandwich. They might know Jota's pinned.
In which case, he is in a hot water. Magic trying to spot that mid-cross. Mazinho and Blitz, they're not going back to the boost. This was such a problem. This was such a problem. 910. Dink hits him. Finished off by the nade. Good start from Zantares. Still not out of the woods yet. Because Blitz has got him booked. Gets him with the tap. Wallbang already puts Ricardia on notice. They're spamming him from every direction. Jota does damage, but Techno does more. Ricardia low. He's dead now on the floor. Only Woxic can save them. Or the Mongols have secured themselves the semi-final. It's theirs. A 2-0 dominance from the Mongolians. Their first trip to the Spodek.
The youngest team show some poise under the pressure. A long game, 22-18. They break the streak of Eternal Fire.